going on, y'all? Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast, where we discuss, debate, and sometimes argue on movies and TV shows, old and new. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz.
And I am Jason. A few house rules before we get into this review. 1, please have fun. 2, please like, share, subscribe. Let your people know, let your friends know what we are doing over here at the Was It Good Though. Number 3, we will be spoiling this review. So if you haven't seen it, stop here and come back after you've seen it. And lastly, and certainly not least, this is not a kid podcast in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So if you want to listen with your children, that is on you. That is not on us. I am here to let you know. Please stop or continue. Let's get to this review.
Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast for our episode 75. We are reviewing the Marvels. That means we will be reviewing this in a musical manner. That's right. That is right. So get ready for the vocals and the spoilers. I'm gonna pass it to my brother Jason. He's going to introduce our special guest. And he has been burdened with leading this episode. Jason, are you ready? My brother.
I am ready for my glorious purpose today. And I'm bilingual, so I don't have to sing. You see how I did that? Thank you. But as Jazz said, I am Jason, one half of the Was It Good Though podcast, man. But it gives me great pleasure. You know, it brings me great honor to introduce a day one supporter, Jazz. We have a day one supporter in the building today.
We do.
Woman of many facets. She wears many hats, you know what I'm saying? I mean, in the church fashion at times, or with the girls on the girls' night, you know what I'm saying? It just depends, or you know, it could be teaching, it could go into the or she is a member of the ministry of music as well, and she can even go deep into the gospel of the Lord, if that's the route that she so chooses, whichever path she chooses. So with great pleasure, let me introduce Tiff. How are you, ma'am?
I am good. Giving honor to the panelists, Brother Jason and Sister MVP. Sister, she stay moving. Sister, I'm about that vibe life. Sister, stay classy like Jazzy.
Ooh.
Been with you from the beginning. Made a promise to you, said, as long as you here, I'm here. Brother Jason, a father, a friend to a bunch of friends, a homie. Good music guy, got a little bit of talent. Decent ear, young ear, and often wrong. But nonetheless, we can appreciate the level of study that goes into the love of music. I think that's why you two really jam together. I think that's why I can jam with y'all. And like we have a great time. It's amazing. Jazz, when they started singing, I said, oh my God, they just made the best Marvel movie ever.
Damn,
not
out the gate.
Ooh.
Like a whole length. The score, the fact that every single planet had its own music, the attention to detail was phenomenal. And to have the Beastie Boys come in, like you can't fail with that. But they went from Beastie Boys to duets, a classical piece. I'm like, this If you like movies, film, or music, they did it for me. It was it it was marveling.
It
Like
was it was
it was
marveling.
marveling. This is what I expect from Marvel. This is what I expect. This is meeting the mark. Ant-Man did not meet the mark.
Mm, mm. You like
Most of
you kind of jumping out the window super early
you
with this. I'm a
wait.
so before I'm not gonna take the mic from you because I got a question for you
Okay.
today. 11
Okay.
what's 11/10 a
It's
year
not
ago.
11.
It is. It's 11/10 November 10th.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
A year ago today.
Hmm.
Something amazing happened, Jazz. Do
Mm.
you remember what happened a year ago today, Jazz?
I do. I pretty much we were celebrating Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Yes. So Tiff, now that we have you on the podcast, give us your thoughts on that movie. You had a year to sit with this, so now we're gonna see where you stand.
It's it I don't take a stance. I will not be limited in this. No, I will not make a choice. Whatever you feel in your spirit, however you received it, I believe that for you. I believe that for you.
Did
And we're gonna stand in agreement. Praise the Lord and
did
pass the mic.
did Tiff just drop a it was good people on both sides? That was Tiff did. Okay. I'm not mad at it. Y'all choosing violence off gate. Woo, we started good. It was good. Everybody was uplifting each other. Then it was like, oh, we went a nosedive like Whip. let's bring it
up. oh, oh God! But the
It's good to
Marvels,
see you. But this is, you gotta admit, the marveling was marveling.
I enjoyed it. No, we finna get into it. We finna get into it. But what's it good though? Typically comes at the end. But I feel where you going. So I'll be you follow me. Let me guide this thing, and then we gonna it's an open conversation. It's an open conversation. You're gonna be able to speak wherever you want to go in this. All right. So Nia DaCosta, this is the director, and the writer of the actual story. So prior to this even coming out, it was getting all the hate. But typically, it seems as if in Marvel, when it comes to a woman-led movie, um, it gets it. So, Tiff, I'm going to start with you.
Mhm.
So going into this, what were your true feelings about this going into this actual movie?
I wasn't excited, and had it not been to do this with y'all, I definitely would have been like, yeah, no, I can wait till it releases on Disney. But watching it, I don't know who cut the trailers, but they are doing a disservice. It feels
Mm.
like almost every community has representation, and I don't feel like they're, like forcing down, oh, they're women, look, they're strong. It wasn't that. It was just women that are competent doing their jobs. If I'm a superhero, I'm going to be kind of on top of the game. We do know that men don't like women-led super hero movies. It's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe you can't see yourself. You don't want to honor the feminine energy because everybody has masculine and feminine energy. I don't know what it is, but it'd be a lot of extra, kind of like how they was on that baby for playing Ariel, because she was taking away gender representation. Like, come on. It's like at some point we gotta just say, like, society's not always fair. What we gonna do? Make it work, or like lay down and die? And I can't fuck around with people like that. Oh, I'm
Fair.
sorry. I did not mean to cuss,
now.
because Jazz didn't say, and you ain't gave a warning for the babies or nothing
Oh
yet.
no, it's in the intro. It's automatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all in the intro. And the babies know not to be. We don't fuck with babies nowhere. They shouldn't be here. Jazz, I'm gonna ask you the same exact question.
I mean,
Going into this movie, what was your expectations?
I said it a year ago when we were talking about when this was coming out that the Marvels was one of my movies that I was excited for, and it's because of who I saw was directing it, who was producing it, who was writing it, and I saw the heroes and I saw the villain, all women, and I was just like, I'm gonna put my faith into what is going to be coming into this movie, even though the last one was very dry to me. I think it got too much hate, but it was dry to me. And so, but we've had conversations about Marvel and their introduction movies. They don't really hit as heavy. Remove Shang-Chi and remove Black Panther. But we don't have to go down that road. But I was excited for this film. Absolutely enjoyed this film. It was a lot of fun. And I hate seeing people talk about like, you know, it's trash, it's this and this. And I'm just like, did you go see it? No. I'm hearing people talking about it, and I'm just like, this movie has been getting hate for months. It dropped Thursday. So I'm just like, how you got people saying how the movie is going to be trash back in January? And Jason, I've been telling you, like, I've been seeing people hating on this movie, and it didn't even drop yet. And so it's like Tiff said, I would say like the hate and criticism that it got prior is doing more of a disservice than anything. And then talking to people that were on the fence about seeing it and then actually going to see it and saying, I enjoyed it. And I'm just like, that's why when it comes to Marvel movies, don't take anybody's opinion. If you want to go see it, just go see it. Fuck what anybody else got to say about it.
Yeah, I agree. I know Tiffany brought up the trailer. Like I don't even remember seeing it. I know I seen it one night. We was recording Jazz, and the trailer got dropped like on Instagram like soon as we finished, and I watched that. But I do think, while the trailer may give a lot, I do think this trailer was, from what I remember of the trailer, I feel like everything that they gave was like in the first 15 or 20 minutes of the movie. So the movie wasn't what I expected as far as when it came to that. And I definitely had a good time when I was watching it. But of course, you know, when we open this movie up, we start this movie, we get introduced to Darwin. This will be the villain of the actual story. And when she begins, she finds a bangle. So of course we see already how this ties into Miss Marvel. So Jazz, I'm gonna ask you, how did you feel about Darwin in this story?
So my thoughts on her at the beginning, I thought she was going to be like Ronan, excuse me, that was the villain in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, because they're both Kree. And she also had his weapon, which I was going to ask y'all, how was she able to have something similar that replicated that when it was destroyed in the first Guardians? Y'all think about that question. But I enjoyed her character because I thought she was going to be one of those people that would try to blame her soldiers for things not being where they needed to be and try to kill them. But she was a complete opposite. She was so like there for her people of Hala, trying to bring them back and be their savior because of what Captain Marvel did a couple of years ago. And so like what the kind of character and villain I thought she was in the beginning is not who she turned out to be to me in the end. Like, I mean, she was still in some water and oxygen and suns and stuff, but it was for her people. So like, I get it. She was trying to save her people. But
yeah, I mean, if you want to go to Robin Hood rap with her storyline, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. And so she was a villain that her people respected, and she didn't let that power corrupt her. So
I do think the path that she was on, she had good intentions, but I mean, so did Killmonger. I mean, I'm just right. I mean,
he wasn't that bad of a villain either.
If you're looking at you know what they had going on, I mean, I guess they still killing innocent people to prove a point that didn't have, like, they could have proved it a whole different a completely different way.
It's safe
why
to say,
would I choose? But why would a person choose? Why would I choose kindness when you chose war? Like, you left my dad dead and you stole my rights. I don't owe any kind of dignity to you. I don't owe you that. I need to come up in here mad fucking niggerish. Like, I'm mad. I'm pissed the F off. Y'all left me. You could have came back. You had the technology. You left me out here. How is that bad? Like, no. If your feelings is hurt, go cry to your mama.
He should have cried to his mama. Like, you're right.
His mama's dead.
Well, he got to find somebody to cry to. Cry me a river. Killmonger should have.
The baby,
Because I'm saying, because in that
the daddy
situation,
got killed when he was a baby.
and the daddy that did it, he blamed the entire society for one man's fault.
That wasn't just one man's fault. That they knew
The
it was
pastor
people.
of
Yeah,
the religion, the guy did the
yeah,
master of ceremony, religious guy. So, but I
yeah.
mean, still, that's two
Oh,
people.
dude with the bad eye. Like, y'all knew this kid was around. You didn't have to raise him, like, quote unquote, amongst y'all, but you could have sent a little money to little dude. You know what I'm saying?
They could have done better by him.
Okay, so
T'Challa tried to rectify, but dude wasn't hearing that shit. So what you talking about going there, man, niggerish? The niggas that he came to kill he killed one of them, and the other one was already dead. So the other people, he had to do nothing to them. Look at her humping her shoulders. But Jazz, well, I'm gonna go this one with Tiffany. Outside of He Who Remains, Jonathan Major's character, this is the first movie that introduces characters we've only seen on TV. So Kamala Khan, she was one from Miss Marvel's, from her own show, Miss Marvel. What did you think of the introduction of her character?
I thought it was cute because even the opening scene felt very much like the TV show, where it was half drawing and her voiceover. So it's like, okay, they're bringing her in early, but it made sense. So I was like, because I was resistant to watching this and Loki, and it was like, why do you have to? But now I understand how each thing is a layer. So for it being a young girl show, which she's about empowerment and she's still honoring her religion, and it seems like her mom is extremely loving, she's got a solid family. I think that's something that anybody's child could watch. So it's just a good, clean show. It's funny at parts, it's witty. It kind of reminds me of how the Nickelodeon charm.
Okay,
Nickelodeon
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can see that.
Disney was always glossy. Nickelodeon kind of was a little bit more real. So I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it.
Got you. And I don't remember what end credit it was. It may have been Miss Marvel, but I don't think it was that we seen maybe it was the teaser trailer for this where we seen Miss Marvel turn into her. What was that?
No, it was Miss Marvel's end credit, because we got
okay,
two.
It was okay.
Yes.
Got you. So the mutant one and then this one. Got you. So I don't want to really go into Miss Marvel just yet, because I'm not Miss Marvel, but Captain Marvel, into her character just yet. We'll talk about it because it's a lot to talk about with her. So the next scene, it does go into Captain Marvel and it does show backstory. I do think this movie did a great job. Like, if you've never seen any of the shows, the movies, it gives you it lays the groundwork pretty well in those first 10 minutes of each of these characters that we're going to be following along. So you won't get lost in that. But this was the first time, Jazz, we've seen Monica since WandaVision.
Yeah.
WandaVision.
So how was you feeling? So Jazz, how was you feeling about seeing Monica and where she is today?
I mean, it's kind of like we see where she went after the end of WandaVision, of like, Fury needs to talk to you. And she's like, well, where is he? And then the scroll pointed up. And so she's probably been up there for a while, because WandaVision dropped 3 years ago. So that's what Monica's been doing, using her power. She still ain't learned shit from touching like portal looking items in space, or that's in front of her. But I will say this, Monica's twist out was perfect in every scene. Now, anybody listening that knows a good natural twist out, that shit is hard to keep perfect. Monica was perfect in every scene. And I loved that for her. Even when she fell after the fight, hair got wet a little bit, the next scene, that bitch was right back up. I'm just like, Monica, you need to tell people what you're using, because the hair was popping.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, what's the show that people won't like, you can't take serious because the little black girl that she's supposed to be like Star Child, but the wigs are just dusty. It's red. If you pull it up,
Is it a Tyler Perry series?
girl, stop. I just said it's like a comic.
I heard Dusty Wigs and I said that sounds like TV.
No. Wow, you gonna disrespect our brother like that? You know what? I received that because he's the same man that said you should take a damn light bill. As long as he can pay the light bill, he's a good man. Go to hell.
So so Fury, Monica, and Carol are all on the comms trying to discover what's going on with the portal that you were just speaking about, Jazz. But we also know there was a bit of tension that you can see, or hesitation on Monica. So I can't say that how she feel wasn't warranted. But what did you think about, was it the meeting of them two? Was it
it was awkward.
Not that. That's not what I was asking. It was, did you anticipate them seeing each other finally? From Captain Marvel to WandaVision to what it may play out to be when they linked up.
What you mean? Did I expect the reaction that I got?
No, that you like, was there any like, did you care about this happening? Like,
yes.
there's meetups since Endgame that we're waiting for. I'm waiting for Loki to see Thor again. I want to know what that looks like, what that feels like. What? You don't want to see that?
I mean,
it's happening. It's happening. I will bet you my life. Yes, it's happening.
Let's not be that drastic.
That's a bit much.
That's
at least 2 movies, but like, yo, Jason, scale it back, man. Scale it back. Like, what are you doing?
Okay, are you okay?
You know, you're right.
Do you need help?
A stick of gum and a pencil. I got you. I got you.
A mechanical pencil, because I don't want no damn shit. I gotta sharpen, because then I'm gonna need a pencil sharpener to go with it. But
you don't need lead for the, what's it called?
I want all of it, Jason, and I want some extra erasers so I can swap them out. But I will say I was looking forward to this meeting. Yes, I was, because last time Monica was even speaking on Carol, she was like, I ain't got no respect for Captain Marvel. She wasn't even saying Aunt Carol then. She was just like, oh, so fuck her. I'm done with her. So I thought it was going to be some aggression, but it just seemed like I don't know, like she's trying to like be tough when they finally did see each other, and Carol just acting like, oh, let me pretend like everything cool with us. Oh, hey, that ain't my name, sis. Like, nah. But I mean, I enjoyed their meetup.
I did. So we have Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion wasn't received well. It wasn't received well by the masses. I did enjoy the conversation. I enjoyed the dialogues. I do think a lot. I do feel like a lot of that would have tied into this, but I feel like they cut out a lot in this movie, like for no filler, because I feel like Fury wife should have been on this ship. That's what I.
I was gonna bring this up. I think that is one of the biggest misses in this film.
Yeah.
I think not having any kind of Secret Invasion references at all in this was a major miss.
They did technically, because Talos mentions is Hala. He said, because remember he said everybody couldn't fit on Hala, so that's why they came to Earth. So that was gotcha.
Where in this did they mention Secret Invasion or anything that happened in that show?
I mean, they the only thing they mentioned was Hala. Like, that was the conversation from the show. So for me, I'm saying, like,
but couldn't you tie in Goose? I mean, I think Goose being a part of Secret Invasion and being a part of this, we got to see.
Goose wasn't in Secret Invasion.
Which one is the one where he opened up his mouth?
That was Captain Marvel. Sure? That was only in Captain Marvel.
They didn't. Well, was somebody calling somebody Goose? Because there is a reference. Now
so so I'm with you, Jazz. Like, I do feel like Secret Invasion should have tied in a bit more, like even mentioning what he did back just, right then. That should have also been mentioned. But the piece of Hala was a piece that they did take, because he said the people they couldn't fit in Hala, they had to come to Earth, or they were still looking for a place of salvation. Now in Hala, well, not Hala, they're in Tarnex. Darwin is in Tarnex, and she is, air quote, setting up this peace treaty, or talking about this peace treaty between the Kree and the Skrulls. During this meetup, they see the Annihilator, or they see Carol on the ship. And while she's on the ship, a fight ensues. And then this is when, because of Monica and Carol touching that little portal thing, it connected their light powers. So we jump into the first action scene of the movie. And like I said, within this movie, like their first 15 minutes, I was like, they are not fucking around when it comes to this. And like, I love this action scene. I was just having a little bit too much fun in the movie. I was like, oh, hell yeah. I was in the bitch by myself too, which is a fucking shame.
Yeah.
Another thing, like the movie was just like bare bones when it came to it, which is not like Marvel at all. But I will say that's something that Marvel gonna have to figure out as far as the quality of stuff that they have been putting out. It's just been a lot of this, that, and the other, as far as when it comes to it. But then you add in that it's a woman-led movie all the way around. That's another issue as well. But I do feel like these action sequences were crazy. Tiffany, what did you think about how they was switching back and forth between each other and fighting?
I absolutely loved like them just being popping up in different places. And then when Miss Khan gets back home and her mom is like, yeah, Captain Marvel was just walking in our hallway. And the way she kind of geeked out, like it was good to see the excitement that we saw from her should have been the excitement that we should have seen from anybody that likes Marvel. You should have been kind of geeked up. Like it feels disrespectful.
Yeah. So you mean like as a fan, or do you mean like
As a fan, like if
fan?
you really, you can't say like I love Marvel and then the one movie that dares to not look like every other movie, like you can't even at least just go check it out. Like if it's bad, what'd you lose? 2 hours and $20? Like, come on now. It's kind of it's sheesh.
I mean, you can't tell me how to spend my money and where to go with it. But I understand. I get you. I get you, because if I'm into it, I'm going to go see it. Jazz know I'm probably gonna watch some bullshit anyway, just because. I mean, that's just who I am. I'm gonna watch it if it looked interesting. Like I'm in it. Is it entertaining? Like, was it, as far as when it comes, was it watchable? As far as when it comes to it, what you about to say, Jazz?
Let me ask y'all this, to go back to when Captain Marvel was transported into Kamala's room. That was obviously a scene that was an end credit. And so how do y'all feel about Marvel doing that? Because it definitely seems like something new that they are incorporating, because they also had it in Loki, because you had a end credit from Ant-Man, which was Loki and Mobius seeing Victor Timely, which turned out to be a scene in Loki. So they're basically they're taking scenes and making them end credits, but before it seemed like it was reference and you wouldn't see that scene in the movie that came out. So I'm curious like how y'all feel about that, because prime example, when we saw Thanos get the glove, you didn't see that scene in a movie. You just knew that was coming. So I'm curious, like, have y'all noticed that with watching some of these projects?
I'll let Tiffany grab it, because that's debunked, but I'm gonna let Tiffany get it first.
Mm-hmm. I see it, and I understand the concern, but for somebody like me, I needed that. So I didn't feel like watching the shows was a waste. It was more enjoyable. So to me, to have them try to weave in things, I like it. It's different. And the end credit thing is kind of, at this point, it's annoying. Like I have to stay a whole nother 10 minutes to see the next, like, stop playing with the audience like that.
They've been fair, just making it as a mid credit lately, though. They haven't had too many end credits. The end credit typically just like something silly. It's not just like a silly thing to keep you at the movies for whatever reason. But they've been doing pretty fair with it as of late, making it as the mid credit, so you ain't gotta wait.
After they're terrorized all of us, and everybody sat and waited, and then it was like a bye, and then went, come on, bro, are you serious?
Yeah, they've been doing that to us for years. Like, even if they tell us it's one, we're still sitting there because we like, nah, they lied.
Yeah. Traumatized, scared you. Did I miss it? Did I see it all?
But Jazz, I was gonna say, like, they've been doing it for a minute. I know for the one that I know that sticks out the most is the Civil War scene. If you go back and watch my favorite movie, Winter Soldier, the Civil War scene is the actual end credit, and that's what it is. So they've done it, and that was like phase 2, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So they've been doing it for quite some time now. You may just like, now there are ones that just never get brought back up,
right?
Like, because I think the one you're referring to is like Avengers. At the end, Thanos like, I do it myself, and he get the glove because Loki failed him.
Right.
And then he gets the glove. So there are credits like that never get brought back up. But there are ones that do. I was like, cause I'm like, dang, I'm like, I seen this somewhere. Like, my mind, I went back, I'm like, oh shit, that was from Winter Soldier.
Okay. Because I was looking at it,
that's your favorite. I didn't get past that.
For me, I like hand-to-hand combat. So when people be throwing hands, like, I get like a different type of excited when I see people fighting. So yeah, that's why. Yeah. But one thing from Secret Invasion that moved over into this, Jazz, is you got Fury on the spaceship fighting and shooting. And I think that kind of got me excited seeing Sam at his age throwing hands. What do you think about that on the ship?
They look like they're just having a good ass time. Like, I just know when they were shooting this entire scene, everybody is having a good time. Like, why was Kamala so excited to be fighting people?
Because she ain't that. Well, she did do it a little bit.
She did a little bit, but she's in a team now. She's seeing Fury, like all the stuff that she was drawing in her room, all the stuff that was in that montage. She's actually now living it to where it first started out as cartoons that was made into a reality. So she over here putting all the training and stuff that she learned from the series and bringing it into this movie, which has made me appreciate it because, Jason, I've said before, Miss Marvel is at the bottom of the MCU shows for me. Didn't like it, hard for me to finish. Now, my feelings for it has not changed at all after seeing this, but I will say I enjoyed her character so much in this movie. Like, Kamala brought so much to this storyline. That it was like these three developed a sisterhood, and I love the chemistry. I love their growth in this. But no, this montage was dope.
I think Ms. Marvel. I think like one. So two things that stuck out to me was one. Well, like I love the show because just coming from like a Muslim background. And you just seeing that representation on the actual screen is different. But then it's not only that, it's a girl. But not only that, then now she's a hero. But then she's also in school. She's excelling. And she got her parents. We know in Marvel, unfortunately, just like this, and they get your parents the fuck out of here. So, that may happen at some point, but I'm just putting it out there. So one thing was apparent is she is I think I want to be respectful in that because I didn't put that down. Hold on. Let me pull that. What you say,
pull that up? I will say, to piggyback on the parents, her parents so funny in this. And a lot of the characters, like you said, in the MCU, they'll get rid of the parents, or the character had like a trauma in their past. If they kill off her parents, Kevin is going to get an email.
They preparing you. Nah, they prepping you. They prepping
because they was in this a lot.
They were.
Oh,
they were.
They might kill my brother.
Yeah, they might get Amir out of here too.
You thought it during the movie?
Yeah, I'm surprised he made it to the end. I mean, we still haven't seen the fiance.
Yeah, now she's not needed. She wasn't even that much in the other one. I don't feel like not she is like when you have them like extra, like that's the
But a
immediate
whole part
family.
of of the show is her having to run these errands with her mom because her brother's getting married. It's a big deal.
The marriage, I mean, but it's like it's more so like the whole her trying to deal with trying to become a superhero, a story of coming of age, but then also, not respecting the heritage that she's learning. So I don't like I get what you're saying, like as
Yeah.
far as that was the big event in the whole thing,
Mm.
and that's also where they're gonna crash it. Like that's where the big fight's gonna happen at. So
Okay.
that's a set piece in a
I can see
situation
that.
like that.
I'll give you that.
But Iman, yes, Iman is a star. I love the way that they're setting her up. In this story, but also in the future. The
Mm-hmm.
second thing that I caught in here was Brie Larson's character. Um, mm, I can't recall too many things I've seen her in. I know she was in that one movie where she was like stuck in the house by the guy that kidnapped her.
She was in Room, which
That's
got
it.
her Oscar, and she was
That's
also in Godzilla with the actor that played Loki and Samuel L. Jackson.
Tom Hiddleston. Got you.
And she was in Fast X.
She is in it. Okay, got you.
Like Brie has a catalog.
So I'm not saying she doesn't, but I'm going to say in the first movie she was dry. Like her character felt super dry to me. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like it felt like no personality. So I don't know if Nia helped to bring out more of her, but I love the way she was written in this. And like I said, I feel like she also needs to have that emotional situation. We kind of see it play out when we see her and Maria, like because Monica was so upset at her about something that she actually did, but she had to do it. We know what she was burdened, what purpose she was burdened with, Jazz. I mean, Tiff, we know she was burdened with trying to find a new world for a people whose home was taken. So like it's easy to say I'm gonna come back and come visit you, but shit, I'm out of space flying around looking for an inhabitable planet for people that
She's still
home was
her
taken.
aunt. She's still the only family that the girl would know.
Yeah.
Her mom is gone. Like at some point, you
She
have
was
a responsibility.
her mama wasn't gone.
But wait, I'm gonna push back on that because when she came to Earth after beating Thanos and everybody came back, she could have went to go check on Monica because she knew Monica was gone from the blimp, and so everybody came back. She was at Tony's funeral. She could have went to go check on her. But I love the fact that they gave her a reason as to why she didn't go see her. I love that they did that. So they gave her character a lot of development in this movie, and I will say definitely Nina probably did help it out to just to write her character in a way to where the audience can connect, because maybe maybe they couldn't connect with you on the first film because how it was written, because that could have been a situation as well. But look, I ain't gonna lie,
it was
like
dry. The first one was dry.
but this
that
one
was a
like
struggle.
the complete opposite.
This is a turnaround. Like this is a drastic turnaround. The rewatchability and what I think, like every time you watch it, you're gonna notice something different, kind of like with Black Panther. It gives that kind of impact. That's what I could say. I feel not what I felt leaving Wakanda, like absolutely not. But that same like excitement and like I felt I was satisfied.
Right.
It was it was good to watch.
So we have, of course, Monica and Fury. They pull up to Kamala house. They pull up to Kamala house to try to figure out what's going on with Kamala, who is not necessarily who she is, but they need to figure out why they're all intertwined. And of course, Kamala hardhead ass try to use her powers again, and this is when Carol pops up. So we have this awkward interaction that you just mentioned between Monica and Carol in that first scene. Then of course, Carol, her hardhead ass, she tried to fly away, and she turns into Kamala again as Kamala is spiraling out the sky. And of course Samuel Jackson like, you can fly too. She was like, but I ain't never this black girl magic. Go, go. And then she's like flying, and I love where they show like, because we watch Invincible. Do you watch Invincible, Tiff? So in Invincible, one thing I love about that show is just how Mark don't know shit. Mark don't know shit. Mark just know how Mark is very strong and he's very indestructible. He get his ass broke down every episode. But he can take an ass whooping. So
but
I love.
At what point when they gotta like not have him take all the L's. Like at some point,
No.
My boy go.
He gonna get his ass whooped for at least 5 seasons before he show you who he really is. He gonna show you. He gonna show you
That's
why
a long time.
That's a very long time.
I got one more in me. Don't the 5? No. It's one more. Okay.
It's developed. I think that's a great development for him, especially after his dad beat his ass. Like after that, like all the rest of the whoopings they ain't even that bad.
Jason, ain't no way you want to see a character get his ass beat for 5 seasons of a show.
That's why I love Kick-Ass. I love that movie because it's like the realness of it. Like, because you're so strong, you're so powerful, it takes so much to be able to fight. There's technique, there's style, there's it's the know-how. It's just so many different things that go into it. So just because you can hit the hardest and you can move the quickest don't make you the baddest motherfucker out here. So his dad showed him that. So Monica is trying to fly, and she's just awkward, leaning. She's I feel like there was another thing like that, but I love that she was unable to grab her as she was flying. So when she tried to grab her, like she was like, I can't, so I can grab you, but now we free falling out the sky. How did they make it to the ship? Did she fly with her?
That's a good question.
She had to have.
Wait, no, I think Carol made it, and then she flipped with her, and then she flew back into the ship.
Carol flew back to it, but Kamala and Monica, when they were trying to land, then they showed up on the ship together.
Yeah.
And then Carol was just like, oh shit, I'm back on Earth. Let me take 20 seconds to get to where they
are. But of course, they make it to the actual ship where Darwin is. And they begin to have a fight. Then Darwin jumps off the ship, and the girls follow, and Kamala is like, well, I can't fly. So
when Carol came back, she said, don't talk to them. Yo. And then here go Kamala, you know my name. Like, yo, she was just a fanning out so much. Mm-hmm. Like every time I saw her fanning out over Carol, I was like, this is how Jason would be if he saw Batman.
Oh Lord.
Wow. Jason, this is not how you would be. You wouldn't fan out.
I literally thought you was going somewhere with that.
I thought you was gonna go.
Like if you had Beyonce, I could see that. But no.
Batman.
I thought she was gonna go at least Spider-Man in Civil War, because he was just so thrilled by getting his ass kicked by his favorite heroes.
No, it was definitely you and how you would be if you saw Bruce. Batman, excuse me. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, anywho, in this story, we find out, Darwin's real reason. We find out Darwin's real reason of being on Tarnex. She's stealing their air. She's stealing their resources, so she needs her people on her planet to be able to inhabit the Earth. She makes up this bullshit story that they brought Carol to turn on her. So now because of this, she's stealing their oxygen for her planet. What's up, Tiff? You didn't catch that?
Pardon?
That's a question. It's a question.
What was the question?
I said that you didn't catch that, or did you have a?
I didn't catch what?
That she was stealing their oxygen and she lied to them. Like,
I mean, was she stealing? I mean, oxygen. She for her people. Like, I'm
she
oxygen.
stole a whole nother
Bro,
planet oxygen and killed some people.
I
That's
mean, I'm just saying she was a G for hers. I'm not. Hey,
Them people ain't did nothing to her.
they got good oxygen.
What?
You have a resource that I need. You got.
You
Sorry.
sound, are you a colonizer? Are you a colon? Is you a colonizer? That sound like some colonizing ass shit right there.
That was wild.
You got a resource I need. As we go into Thanksgiving, listen to how Tiff talk. Jesus, me and my kid was just talking about how the government and the settlers were some bitches. We just talked about this.
I mean,
no, yeah. So, with great, well, go ahead, Jazz. Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off. So, what was the entire point of trying to do this whole peace treaty?
It was a lie. It was
a setup. She needed a reason to go
to get
she
there.
needed a reason to go to war because they've been at peace and they've been sharing. And since she was stealing the resources, she was going to get found out. So I'm going to cause a scene, say they broke a treaty, and then keep it pushing. Like she needed a reason to act in that manner. It was a driver.
But I guess like there was nobody over her that she needed to lie to. You could
it's like Thanos. She's like Thanos.
No,
she really is like.
You got to relate this to Jazz in Jazz terms. This is like,
I don't know how I feel about that.
Let me see if I'm bilingual.
This is like Robert Baratheon getting mad at Ned Stark for doing something in his town. It's like, wait, that's treasonous against me. Like you have to ride, like you got to ride with me in this situation because we have this agreement. You broke this agreement. Now you in trouble. Now, I mean, we know Robert was going to ride for him in that situation. So it wasn't like a beef between them, but they people are still beefing on the low. So like all it took is one person to fuck it up. And she was waiting in that situation. So she was just like, I just need a reason to do it. So it's like, shit, you gave me the reason. Fuck it. Boom. Give me this. I want all your resources.
Basically to where
it's like the House of Dragon too. The little boy, he needed to not get the dragon to, go and steal one and start the war. Yeah. Remember the kids that were really the kids because they should have been brown.
When he stole the dragon?
Yeah. It's like the same driver.
So
when he
with
killed
all these
his
examples y'all giving, I'm like, it's like an overload. So let me try to see if I can catch up. So basically, if she did not have a solid reason, then she wouldn't have had the support of the people.
Armani.
But now that she did have that reason, her people supported her and they was gonna ride or die with her.
So I don't know what her people was gonna do because I feel like they was gonna ride. I don't. So as far as I feel like as far as with the people, but I feel like it gives Okay, so I want to go back to Black Panther. So what's the Namor? Like Namor, I think his Namor people, they gonna ride to the end regardless of what change, what adjustment or whatever you feel like you was gonna do. But I feel like it was a thing of I need it almost like I'm giving myself a false sense of reason or a false sense of self into doing something. But it also may be a reason like because we have this peace treaty, I need your people to understand why I'm doing this. So then it's not a situation of she just fucked us over. It was, well, our people tried to fuck her over. So that's why she retaliated against us in this way. I feel like that's what it was more so for.
But the Kree and the Skrulls have hated each other for years.
But they had a peace treaty for that very reason. Everybody's not going to be like that.
Though. That whole peace treaty was something that just came to the table, which was mentioned in Secret Invasion. So they didn't have that prior to Secret Invasion. They were still going at war with each other.
Oh, so there was some more Secret Invasion stuff? Just asking.
Peace treaty?
Yeah.
Jason, what I said earlier was, did you get any reference to Secret Invasion in this? Not did Secret Invasion reference stuff that you're going to get in the Marvels. All I'm saying is That was the past. Nobody said anything that happened yesterday. That's where I'm going. So don't even pull that shit. But I'm just saying, I guess if you were to remove the whole peace treaty aspect from that, could she have still been able to steal their air?
Probably. Because she didn't. I mean, I don't think she needed anything
so
from them.
So what was the point of it?
A ruse, man. It was a fucking ruse. That's it.
I know something to go for the storyline, but like realistically, she didn't need that. Tiff, you still on mute.
I like how she miming over there.
Just like,
1 second. No, the cat, my baby, he's doing the most right now. She had to have beef with each place because it was personal. She was mad as hell when she called Carol the invader. No, I thought she called her the invader.
Annihilator.
Either way it goes, old girl did not keep a promise, right?
Ooh.
She's pissed off. Carol told them that, didn't she not say that I was gonna, like, kind of like what she told the Kree, I'm gonna find a home for you, I'm gonna find resources for you. It's the same thing.
She didn't.
She said she was even. Captain Marvel even said she's going to places and to harm people that I love.
Correct. So she owed the Skrull. She didn't owe the Kree. Now, when she went to the Kree, what was her purpose of going to the Kree home though? Now that piece,
she went to go destroy that AI that she felt like was like trying to control them. She thought she was doing some good, but she wasn't. She was in somebody else's business. So she basically created like that, like the civil wars and things that happen. Like sometimes you just gotta mind your business.
Yeah. And also within this scene, we see Kamala deal with her first loss in this, because she's, she wants to be try to be a hero in a situation, but you have to also understand when you got to learn to hold them and when to fold them. And unfortunately, Carol went off, which I do love in this. They have a lot of like scenes where people get mad, or they go off, they snap, and like they immediately apologize. It's like, wait, let me be accountable for this situation. I'm sorry. Like, I wasn't trying to do that. These things, like, unfortunately, when you get out here in the real world, like in these real world situations, loss happens. And like, we only can help who we can help.
So let me ask this. And I'm gonna go to let me go to Tiff first. In this scene, do you think Steve Rogers would have left all those people?
No.
Jason, do you think Steve Rogers would have left all them people?
I think he would have tried. He would have tried to collect everybody. Jason, he could. I mean, so realistically, he couldn't have grabbed everybody. Like, that's just the real fact. They only had one ship, and that nigga can't fly. So what was he gonna do? What was he gonna be doing outside of trying to walk with a person like this? Like, he couldn't. Like, it ain't like he's gonna be Hulk grabbing a team of them. He gonna grab two people at a time and try to take them inside of there. But if the planet is collapsing or breaking shit, he got it, just like on the Sokovia. Now in there they had more help. More shit, had a big ass ship over there. Hell, they had a whole bunch of shit to bring people off their place. But yeah, and it was seasoned vets at that point. Them niggas had been Avengers for at least 3 or 4 years as a team. These niggas been teammates for 2 hours.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's a good point.
Fair.
But I was looking at it, I was just like, I think Carol made the right decision. It's just like, look, yeah, there's a bunch of people over there running, but we gotta go.
Hey, so, she's like, oh shit, hey, we gotta go though.
Right.
Hey, I'm sorry.
But then, right, bye. But then also in this scene, you hear Kamala. Actually, no, you don't hear it in the scene. Later in the scene, she talks to the little girl before they leave. She was just like, I promise Captain Marvel's gonna fix it. I'm like, now y'all need to stop promising these Skrulls.
Yes.
What the hell you gonna do? Because I can see why graphics snap.
I'm like, can you keep the first promise, bro?
Right. Ooh. Like, it's a list of promises that y'all have to these people, and nothing is being kept.
Ooh, okay. Maybe that's what a Secret Invasion tie into. Because now, I don't know what Secret Wars would be. But like, what if like in this situation they just like, nah, fuck this. I'm sick of y'all constantly lying, constantly telling us what y'all gonna do. We finna take this bitch the fuck over.
Yeah.
I think they would be well within their right.
What's
Look,
wrong with you?
Don't come
Like,
in my
what-
house though. If you a
Please,
scroll.
like-
Hey,
I ain't do
man,
nothing. I ain't promise you nothing.
that's fair. But if Curl is your people, you owe me too, sis. Tell
Tiffany
your
X,
cousin
like
to
Jesus
holler.
Christ, he over here trying to take every goddamn thing. What's wrong with you? You all militant ass.
I love black people.
Clearly.
How did y'all feel about the Valkyrie cameo?
Mm,
Do you
It
feel
was
like it was needed?
no,
um,
no.
I
She
do.
looks great. I'm always gonna be happy to see Tessa Thomas. But why? What's happening? Is this gonna be a part of the new,
Asgard,
like, is
yes.
she like,
It's a part of New Asgard that she has been the new home for those people.
yeah,
Thor has abandoned it. He left her in charge. So
she's the
she
she's the queen now.
yeah, she's a queen. So and I also feel like within this movie they were more focused on like a woman led movie all the way around. So they kind of
Yeah,
it would almost like they went back into Endgame to salute that scene where they had the women stand together
yeah,
in the actual fight. So I feel like
I
that's where it
see
was
that.
that's coming into it. So I'm pretty sure she'll be a bigger part down the road.
I mean, because I
That's
think
fair.
she showed up in the last trailer. I didn't see it,
Mm.
but I remember people saying like Valkyrie's gonna be in this, and I was just like, okay. And then seeing her, I was just like, oh. I mean, it didn't seem like they needed that cameo, but I'm not mad at it. But when I saw it, I was just like, so all of those scrolls that's on Earth that ain't got nowhere to live, how come they just didn't go to New Asgard?
Wait, which one is on Earth?
Yeah, the ones that was rocking with Gravik.
Jazz,
Because that makes sense.
it was a million of them. They stay they it was you think you did you go back and watch go back and watch Thor 4.
It wasn't
You
infest. I wouldn't. They had incorporated into society pretty deeply.
So let me ask this. Imagine that you are a scroll living in Nebraska.
Hey.
And then you turn on the news and you see scrolls living in New Asgard. And you've been on Earth for like 6 years. And you learn the motherfuckers been on Earth for 6 months. And you're like, so wait, why they got a nice home? Why they get accepted into New Asgard? Why not me?
look in there. I don't know. I don't know if they having like they got a welfare program for the scrolls or like Section 8 in New Asgard or
My God, on today.
so
Oh,
Jay, I don't know how you get accepted in New Asgard. You got to know somebody. They knew Carol. You know what I mean? Like it's sometimes you got to get it ain't what you know.
It's who you know.
But it's who you know somebody. Come on. That's all I'm saying. So so they just didn't have the right, they didn't know the right people. And that unfortunately that shit happens in real life. Like you just didn't know the right people.
That mean they knew Fury and Fury wasn't the right people. Like that's crazy.
No, they knew Talos.
but
Fury been gone forever.
either way it goes, like they're not keeping their word. So I'm just like, at some point, if I got to deal with the spoils of war, if I get an opportunity to come back, I'm coming back. I don't damn you in that air into me and my people. Where that water at? Let's go make it happen. I don't have to play this UN game with you. They was moving like Donald Trump. Make shit up as you go.
I mean, Carol messed up, but she didn't. Now, Carol didn't owe the Kree anything. There was never a conversation between Carol and the Kree. She fucked up. That was just the end of that. That was but she didn't know how to rectify. She didn't know how to rectify the situation when she could have just went and talked to them about whatever was going on in their society. But just like
But that doesn't scream like your favorite word, accountability. She wasn't being accountable. Right? She didn't go have a conversation.
That's where growth and development comes from her character.
Oh.
She was being a natural American when she went over there and fucked their stuff up, and they didn't ask her to. So
okay.
Okay.
we about to get shut
I
down.
need you to calm down.
Episode 75, though. We made it.
Why
Hold
would
on.
we be shut down? What happened? I thought this was going well.
So we finally had the conversation between Carol and Monica. And we kind of already talked about it. Tiff, what did you think about this scene between them when she finally told her, you know, I had an obligation, and she was like, but I needed you.
Anybody that knows me knows I have nieces and nephews that I adore. There is no way I'm not coming to check and see on my babies. I felt like it was a lame excuse. Like, you're Captain Marvel, girl. You can fly down, spend a lunch, come see me on picture day, and fly on back. Like, my mom, no.
I'm pushing back on that because
Why?
because Captain Marvel has things that Skrulls don't have. What's that? What's that, Tiff?
You tell me.
Powers. They can't do shit but turn into people. So if the Skrulls
That's not a power.
Yeah, that's
fuck no, it's not. If the Kree can figure you
can't
out.
turn.
So what I'm saying is the Kree recognize this. So if Carol is the protector of a people, and she puts them in a place, and she flies down to Earth. I don't know how long it takes from wherever the fuck Tarnax was back to Earth. So let's say it takes a day for her to get back.
Wait.
Okay.
Stop right there. So it takes a day, but she can be a princess of a whole nother planet and only singing song.
It's diplomatic. It's diplomatic. She was doing.
So you're saying that her niece had no value?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
What else could you be saying?
Based on the places that she's traveling to, all these things are interweaved in. Obviously, they're connected because she's going to these different places. So now, I'm not saying like where Monica was. I didn't say what she did was right or wrong. I'm just saying somebody got to make the hard choice, and she made it to take care of them people out of space because they were being slaughtered and killed. Monica was with her mama. She was good until her mama got cancer, and then she was blipped. Loki, if you finish Loki, you will understand. You got it. Sometimes the purpose that you have is it's more of a burden than glory. What's up? What? Like,
Jason could not wait to drop that. He could not wait to drop that. He was
Girl,
waiting. When is a good point in this to drop it?
You thought you ate with that?
I did. I did.
So, we can all be Delulu. It's okay.
So I will say this to piggyback off of that. I can understand as to, or as a viewer, to the position that Captain Marvel was in, because she has thinking to herself, all these people are counting on me, which she even mentioned in Endgame when Rocket was just like,
her niece wasn't counting on her.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying she thought of the many over the few. Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it was kind of a selfless situation.
Thinking small, think big.
And so, and then when she got blipped, she was helping all these other people. Because when Rocket even mentioned, he was just like, I mean, you out there flying around. And he was like, everybody doesn't have the Avengers to help them. It's people out there that need help. And so, and I also feel like she was ashamed and embarrassed to go see her niece because of the things that she was doing while she was gone. To where she's just all of this stuff is weighing on me. Lives are being lost because of me. To where she was probably blaming herself. Like, even when she was getting memories from what the Kree took from her, she was seeing that entire situation when she destroyed that AI and all those people dying. All of that is her fault. So she's probably thinking in her mind, like, I'm the cause of this. I don't want to be around
she's trying to rectify a situation.
And then she doesn't know how to actually handle that because she's by herself in space. She's not around anybody to where you don't have anybody to talk to or open up to. Which is why I feel like this movie did such a great job opening up her character for those type of the space to feel that way. And also Kamala.
But you know what?
Let me get this. Hold on, Tiff. Let me get this off. And so, like, even Kamala told her, she was just like, apologize. After Captain Marvel apologized to her, she was like, I'm sorry for not making you feel like a regular person. Because she was like, I came on too strong. And so, because it's just like, she's just like, you're this hero. She was like, well, I'm a person too. So it's kind of like she got humanized a little bit. But what were you going to say, Tiff?
Well, and that's what I was going to say. I think we all talked about her character in the first one was dry. If you're never with people, are you really going to socialize in a normal way? She's always leaving, so she's not able to like attach to anybody.
Right.
Because as soon as she resolves one place, she got to go somewhere else.
Exactly.
So that may be the lack of her social skills.
Yeah.
And I mean, that wasn't on her. You know, like,
yeah,
she was a very sociable person. They kind of let you see that in the first movie. Like, it wasn't we seen her post, so we only seen memories of her doing stuff. So whenever we see her, it's always memories. So having her with the team, it allows for her to see that. It allows her to feel that. It allows her to understand that connection, because previously it was like the team that she was with, they were just lying to her. They were holding her back, that was keeping her, that was doing XYZ. The one person that was looking out for her got killed in front of her. And she developed those powers.
Yeah.
So like I said, within this, like I said, it was a lot of growth, a lot of development for her. Kind of like you said, that's when they put their heads together. They was on the ship and they was working with different things. What did y'all think about? I guess I go with you, Tiff. What did you think about, how they were working with these light powers?
I loved it. It reminded me of like Double Dutch. It was like a kind of like you're a young girl. What?
They was double dutching, Tiff. What you mean it reminded you of Double Dutch?
I didn't see. Look, I got old eyes. I didn't see the rope. All I've seen was 3 people. I was like, oh, that's cute. And we're not gonna act like where I watched it was.
Okay, we got you. But I do look, but that scene was.
It reminded me of kids, like being out and Miss Mary Mac and Patty Cake and playing slide and all that good stuff. Kids are missing out on that.
I would
a good slide.
I want this theme to come back for them at another point, because like that would be like a dope superpower. Like if they was fighting somebody, like somebody actually like of big power, that'd be crazy.
Right.
But Jazz, what did you think about the scene?
I love this scene. I love this scene so much because you just see like I mentioned earlier, like the sisterhood, them actually working together when they were just jumping and switching. It reminded me of Mortal Kombat. When you got 2 players, you got somebody jumping in and then the other person jumping out, finishing where that person is. So I'm sitting here like, okay, some MK vibes here. But no, I loved it because it was something each of the characters needed. Kamala, she has like a very older brother, but she doesn't have any sisters. And of course, like we just said, Carol's by herself, and then Monica just out here working with her possibly 300-year-old bae. Jason think they fucking, but whatever.
but Kamala do got friends though. She do got 2 best friends.
I mean, she got some friends, but they don't have powers. It's just like when you think about Peter had his friends, but none of them had powers. So once you have, and when he was able to get around the other Peters, you immediately had that brother connection with them. So I would say like Kamala,
the fact that they did that meme, that was classic. That was fanfare, but classic.
But I enjoyed it. I loved it. I was just like, look at them being silly. But it was refreshing.
I think that was the missing link. I think that energy in Wakanda Returns. Like they tried to make it that, but it didn't feel that way.
So I know we said we like the parents.
Love them.
So they kind of showed them on the ship with Fury, Dad giving out tax information to an alien. So y'all don't feel like that? Do y'all not feel as if this was kind of forced?
What?
The family on the ship with Fury.
I didn't see a reason of them being there.
I think they should have been home. They would have been way safer at home.
Yeah,
than on the alien ship where the people coming to.
I don't think it was forced, but it wasn't a reason for it except for like maybe making light.
Security. No, I think a part of it was security because again, she was attacking places that were personal. That girl had the other ring. Like eventually, she would have found them.
But they wouldn't have known. They didn't know that though. By the
That's
time they
true.
figured by this time, but they did. She was like, I think they're gonna go to Al, how do you say it?
The water planet.
Yeah, the water planet. Yeah, the singing planet. It was the singing
Yeah.
planet. So they make it to the planet, and then this is what she kind of explains to them. Yeah, the native tongue is sing, so they don't understand it unless you sing it. And I feel like this kind of like really went into Brie, like just to really just open her up. Although I love the little outfit that she put on. Then she's singing and dancing with the guy. Of course, the way Jazz introduced this episode.
Did y'all not love when they finished dancing and did you see Kamala and Monica over there dancing and Monica is double fisted? I'm like, that's me at events. I got a drink in each hand. It was just so much fun. Like a planet where everybody is singing. Come on, y'all. Like who was expecting that?
Like girl, when I saw it, I was like, I can't wait to be like, dog, like, is this gonna be like Hamilton? That scene is gonna have a chokehold on me. Girl. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was so happy. I was like, this is good. This can't get any better. And then that happened, and I was sold. I was like, okay, I'm sold.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie though.
It was the music for me. The music was musicking.
It was for me, but then I saw the Prince and I said, Carol, damn sis. All right, you got a whole Prince husband out here. Nasty self. That's why that ass wasn't back on Earth.
She had an Asian babe.
He was singing her to sleep. That's what Monica like, where were you this whole time? Well, now you see where I was at.
But if she was there, couldn't she have taken those aliens there? They couldn't have like made a little space for them.
Why you keep trying to give people new planets and homes? They got a home. You can't move everybody from one place to another. And everybody don't get along with everybody. Because
Scrolls can't swim.
Speak.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we find out that the Prince is bilingual, so he could just speak English, which is wild. Like she was like, wait, how y'all talk? Just talk. We got it. This is serious. And of course, they've already worked on their time, and then of course this is when Darbin, she pulls up to the country. They have a nice plan set up to try to stop her, which of course it goes to shit when they going through the plan. Which, like I said, if Captain Marvel is so strong, I think this is my point. Like on Earth, you're not going to catch too many people like this on Earth. You go out a planet, it's going to be a lot of people that can whoop Carol's ass. So if they can whoop Carol ass, they're going to run through the rest of the Skrulls, any other people if she's not around. So everybody has different things set that they can actually do it. But what did y'all think about how bad Darbin was kicking Carol ass with this bangle that she just found 3 hours ago? Jazz, I'm gonna start with you.
I enjoyed this scene, and I love the fact that we got Darbin fighting in multiple scenes. Look, she was beating Monica ass and Carol ass. Carol kept forgetting that the bangle could suck in her powers. But I love when we were seeing them switch, because you hear them talking on the comms and Carol's like, Monica, tag me in. And then so they going back in there, and I was just like, okay, this is dope. I was curious because obviously when you saw Carol and Darbin in scenes, they had chemistry. So it's just like, okay, we need to figure out what's going on here. But I enjoyed this scene, and Monica twist out was fire. And I love that Kamala was using her scarf to fight.
Yeah.
Which
that was dope.
She was using it like Scorpion was using his rope in Mortal Kombat. Like, look, if it turns out to be that Nia is a Mortal Kombat fan, like that's crazy.
Look
I'm
at
just saying.
Jazz. Look at Jazz.
If who is a Mortal Kombat?
Nia.
Nia DaCosta, the director, the writer.
Okay, gotcha.
She should write it then, huh, Jazz? That's what you're trying to say?
She should. That'd be dope. Jade will probably have locks.
It'd probably be correct, right?
I mean, her hair been different in a lot of the damn games, so.
But unfortunately, they do steal the water. They begin to siphon the water out of Hala. Then you got Kamala as she's watching Carol try to get back into the ship as they're trying to fly it. And she's like, "Oh, Captain, my Captain." What was that? What was that from? That sounds.
That's a book. It's from a book. I think is it Moby Dick, maybe?
It sounded like it was from. I knew it was something. I'm like, man, this girl is infatuated, with Carol.
But you know what? It was given to me. It was like a Beyonce fan. I'm sorry. If you really got to spend just a day with Beyonce, you would geek the hell out.
I wouldn't be spending a day with Beyonce. I'd be passed out somewhere. I wouldn't even make it.
Wow, so you will waste a day.
I would be dead in my sleep. Like, oh my God, she's really out there. Can't wake up. I know. Excuse me. So now we kind of know Darvin's plan. She got air, water, fire is next, right? I think that's what the Planeteers used to do, or something like that.
Air, water.
That's Captain
fire.
Planet right there. Like
the Planeteers, right?
Is that what they were called?
Yeah, Captain Planet and the Planeteer. Damn, man, hold on. You tried to...
Planet.
Oh, please do not put that song on my head because I'm gonna be humming that shit later. But I got a question for y'all. Like, so when they were leaving, and obviously Carol wasn't trying to leave yet, but Monica and Kamala's like, bitch, we need to go. And she was like, no, I can't do this again. I can't let this happen again. And Monica's like, it already happened. They're already gonna die. Kamala's like, you know what? Fuck this. And she pushed a button and was able to get them out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we can pretty much be in agreement that Kamala made the right decision in this situation. Mm-hmm. Like, she's the youngest out of the group.
She really returned the favor, if you ask me.
What you mean?
When she told her she couldn't save everybody, get your ass on the ship. She was like, shit, you made that decision. I'm making this one.
I ain't catch that, but that's a very good point. Because she was just like, look, 2 hours ago, them scrolls died. So now, like, we got to make sure we survive. Because she was like, we can't let her get the bangle. So that's true. She thought about what was important and to sacrifice all those people that were singing.
Mm-hmm.
But
better introduction, the singing people or Namor people?
The singing people.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Namor countryman was lit,
I mean, when they came and jumped up on that bridge,
that was singing too.
That when they got the people to jump off the submarine.
Wait, you mean when he showed Shiri his whole where they were at?
No, when we first seen they were singing. We first seen they were singing when they first pulled up.
They were like sirens.
Oh, all right. The beginning of Black. Okay, got you. Nah, all right, I'm gonna give it to them. I was trying to remember like when their intro was. They was just killing people on the boat, and because who was the actress that was in that opening scene who we thought was going to be important? She does,
and she got killed in the helicopter by Namor.
Yes.
Like
allegedly,
she did all that.
She's dead.
It's alleged.
Just because you don't see nobody,
he threw a spear.
Yes, that's literally how it works in Marvel. If you don't see the body, they come back somewhere.
Maybe a prequel.
Nah,
they ain't doing. They don't need to do no more prequels. No more. No more prequels. That's why Captain Marvel movie didn't hit the way it should have, because it was a prequel. Like we at the end of the story, we got to go back to the beginning.
Is that why though? Is that why it didn't do well?
It adds to it. What prequel in Marvel has been dope for you?
To where they go back in time, basically.
Yeah, Black Widow. That's what you to go with.
I was.
Black Widow was good. I mean,
it was good.
Black Widow was good. My girl in her ballerina outfit, she was no crying. And
It
then
was
I'm sorry, when they were forcing them babies to have a hysterectomy, it made more sense as to why she's so sensitive to the family. Because she can never have family out of her, like her friends are her family. She
yeah.
had to make that work for her. So no,
I,
Black Widow
I
was dope. It was slept on.
I think that's typically the Marvel the Marvel way. Like, yo, they tend to the people you fight with, that tends to be your family. If you allow it. Like you see
Yeah.
the situation, the civil war between the crew in the other movie. But we know the next plan of action is stealing the sun. So they trying to make it back to the spaceship, but fearing them, they see these little pink eggs all over the damn ship. And I was just like, bruh, she finna blow these damn Saber spaceship out the fucking air. That's what I was like, bruh, this finna be crazy. But no, it's just more flirkins, which makes sense in the posters because when you look at the posters, there's a lot of posters with just a lot of cats. So I'm like, what the fuck is the cats for? Like,
Mm,
I
what
ain't
is
even
this
peeped
about?
that.
Yeah,
I
I kept
mm-hmm.
seeing cats on that thing, and I'm like, okay, so that's why, and it makes sense
Yeah.
because the flirking I feel like was probably the not the scene stiller, but yeah, scene stiller in the first movie with the scenes
Yeah.
that the flirking was in. We also know the flirking is the reason Fury ain't got an eye, or well, he has an eye, but it's a damaged eye.
missed there.
What did you think, Tiff, of the use of the flirking in this movie?
I loved it. I like cats, so it was cool. And I like how they used them to travel to get to the other places. So made sense to me.
Bruh, I started yelling and screaming, laughing when I seen these cats eating
Really?
these people, because like that was it was like the thing. So it was like the people
Yeah.
was like really trying to run, like that. Some of them was trying to run and like trying to get away. So the lady that was in the room, like she ran, she was like on the bottom, she was like, "Yes, I finally made it." She looked, oh, and that was fighting it. And the man on the machine was like, "Hey, do not resist. Allow the flirkins to eat you."
I mean, but didn't that when you talk about the like things eating like the angel in Nope, how it sucked the people up?
Oh, okay, yeah, but that bitch was spitting you
It was
back out.
intense.
It
Yeah,
spit, but it spit you back out as blood.
it's bones.
Episode 10. If you want to go subscribe, watch, like episode 10. Nope.
Give it
And they
7 minutes.
and
Give
they
it
telling
7 minutes.
and they telling me nope at the same time, Jazz. I don't know. I
Just
can't.
let it play for 7 minutes. That's it. That's it. That's all it needs.
um, but this was, I do think this was a nice plan of action. Using the flirkins in the way that they did, because I thought they just ate you up, but I guess it made sense in this one. The flirkin was eating them, but then spitting them back up. Whenever it made it back. So
I
I
mean,
mean,
we get a call. Well, that's not really a callback, but we got a reference at the beginning when the Flurkin came in Kamala's family house. It
Hmm.
had two soldiers in its mouth and it spit them back up and they were still
correct.
alive. Because when I saw that scene, I said, shouldn't they be dead? But I was
That's what
like, maybe because they're aliens. It's cool.
that was a dope. That was a
Hmm.
dope trick to pull back, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, that was dope." But that scene was
Hmm.
too fun. That scene was too funny to
Nah,
me.
it was because you got
It
all
was
these
funny.
kittens running around and they're so adorable. And then they got
Hmm.
the Flurkers got that mouth like they was getting everybody. I had to.
That's a wild statement.
I had to. Like they was getting everybody. And then you got a whole spaceship full of kittens. And then when they were taking off, it started throwing people back up. And I said, all right, y'all gotta hurry up. They're not able to keep them digested for long.
Yeah, when I say that is Monica Bay, he was just like into the cat mouth.
You see him get out of here so fast. He was one of the last ones that was still running. And it was
What?
like, nah.
But of course, the Marvels, they pull back up on Darwin. I'm assuming she was on her ship when they caught her. Kind of caught her lacking. What did y'all think, Tiff? I'm gonna start with you. What did you think about the the ending fight with them in Darbin.
I think I'm conflicted because I really don't think she's a villain. I don't think she's a villain.
She's
So
a
it's
villain.
like,
She's definitely a villain.
if she's a villain,
What
isn't
is
Kara a villain too?
what is a villain to you? And
Probably
why?
the best part of the story. I find villains way more compelling than the heroes. I like the Joker more than I like Batman. Frozen, Green Ivy, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn. There seemed to be a lot more versatility. Like at this point, Bruce has avenged his family. How long? Like, dog, tragedy, tragedy. RIP for your parents. Grow up, you white criminal, you. Because
What?
Batman is a criminal. He is. He's the villain.
Because he builds buildings for people to work in and to live in, like orphanages and
But he
buying schools and
also
things like
is
that.
a man driving down the road, not following the law, taking people, stringing them up. Not like he's a vigilante.
He's not
He's a,
stringing
like
he's not
he's a
stringing up.
trumper.
He's
He's a
not just
MAGA.
he's not just stringing up just regular ass people. He's stringing up people
Oh,
that are
criminals.
criminals.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's trying to clean up his neighborhood the best way he can, because clearly the police officers ain't doing it. They corrupt.
So I'm a colonizer, but you're a gentrifier. Got it. Cool. Gentrification.
How am I gentrifying?
Cleaning up the neighborhood, getting the bad guys out.
Have you not watched the Gotham show? They be out here wilding. They just be in the middle of the middle. It'd be 3:00 in the afternoon. You just see a motherfucker in the gut shootout. They just go home. Like,
I mean, hey, what's wrong with that?
What? Clearly, you somebody, like, if you was the governor or over something, we definitely need martial law for wherever you stay at, because clearly it's gonna be a muck ran, and you're gonna be approving for these people to act the way they acting in this area or town, or you're gonna be the bougie one, and you're gonna be trying
everybody black.
And you're gonna
I'm
be
for everybody black,
and you're gonna be hand picking who can be around you and hand
oh,
picking.
absolutely.
See, Batman don't even see Batman mingles with the common folk. So you think you're better than him.
That's a choice.
And he chooses to use his money to give it back and to go fight crime because the cops in his town suck. When he could really just be, just like you said, he can take this goddamn billionaires and just go live on some other planet if he wanted to. He choosing to fight for the people that can't fight for themselves. And you call this man a what? Huh? This nigga
is a criminal.
This nigga is Malcolm X.
A vigilante. Oh.
Wait.
He's Malcolm X. But he's Malcolm X with money.
Wait. You saying Bruce is Malcolm X?
Yes. He's fighting against the civil. He's fighting against this.
Don't let him draw you in. Don't let him draw you in.
He's fighting against it. He's fighting against it, and he's holding people accountable that need to be. He going against politicians.
The fact that you said he's people. Malcolm X and you didn't refer to him as El Malik Shabazz, his chosen name, that lets me know what you know about Brother Malcolm.
Why you call him Brother Malcolm if it's El Shabazz? What I'm saying? What come on now. What
back to this
fight.
You're
Muslim. Yeah.
I'm not.
Yes.
I am not.
I'm not Muslim. Let's get back to the movie.
Girl, please.
Ring this in. So we have a 3 versus 1 battle.
And she beat their ass.
She did. But then she did get a knife to the chest.
Yeah.
So this switcheroo, I was like, I saw this coming. I was just like, okay, this kind of could have been better.
You think it was fanfare?
No, I just don't think it was. You got your villain that has the bracelet and she wants the other bracelet. I'm sorry, that bitch would have died. I would have just had to kill her. Like, nah, it is what it is. You're a lost cause. But she was just like, I mean, she hit Carol's heartstrings, but she was just like, what's her nickname, Jason?
Darby.
No, well, Carol's nickname that they gave
Captain
her.
Marvel. Oh,
Yes, it's the whatever the name that she called her. She was just like, death follows you everywhere you go.
Oh,
So
Annihilator.
the
Annihilator.
Annihilator.
Got
So
you.
then Carol was just like, not trying to do this, and Kamala's like, well, maybe we can save her. Like, no, she's a villain. She needs to die. But then that's when Monica had the idea of like, you use your powers to go light up their sun. And that's nothing Captain Marvel or Carol ever even thought of, which she ends up doing at the end of the movie. And so to help Hala. But obviously, switcheroo, she got Kamala's bracelet. And she
was stupid because her friend had already told her, if you put them both on, you're going to die.
She said it was worth the risk.
I mean, that's Tiff. You with that? You since saving your people is so important. Is the sacrifice of you is worth the rest of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hell no.
Jason, you the same person that said I'm putting everybody on my back in a horror movie.
That's different. That's completely different. I'm fighting a regular nigga. I'm not fighting against the sun or niggas that can fight up that can run into the sun. I'm not doing that.
You assessing your enemy. You like, you know what? It ain't worth it.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I truly think in a 1-on-1. Yeah, I think I will fare pretty well in a 1-on-1 in most cases. So yeah, no, that's completely different. And I do like how Monica, like the way she can see different things. The way she can read, like that was super impressive. Did y'all expect what was happening when they were about to do this fixing of the atmosphere? That portal, the jump portal.
Something told me Monica had to be on the other side to close it, and something told me Monica was going to get stuck. Now, I did not think Monica was going to purposely get stuck, because Monica was like, I knew I was going to have to be over here when I came over here. Wait a minute, bitch. What? No, come on back over. Like, what you doing? Carol said it's closing. You could have came through and it would have been fine. So she sacrificed herself in that.
I think maybe she's studying.
So you think she was like, all right, I need to get gather more information for this other universe, even though I may never return back to my own?
What was she returning to? Or what was she returning for?
She had a job and she had a bae.
What was she returning to and what was she returning for?
She was returning to her bae and for that dick.
Everybody bae ain't returnable to. Like,
maybe hers was. He had 300 years worth of experience. So
that don't mean he had 300 years of great experience. That mean he had 300 years of experience.
At least 200. She wasn't getting that on Earth.
How you know? You know what I'm saying?
I'm on Earth. Nah. 300 years. Like, what you got up there? Any bachelors? Fury, what's up? Like,
but they make it back to Earth. Well, Kamala makes it back to Earth. You know, she devastated, heartbroken. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I love this scene because it didn't give you that, oh, I'm back to Earth, let me celebrate my parents. She was very upset in this scene. And Nick Fury knew. He was like, he was like, come here, what's going on? He was like, Monica's gone and Carol had to go handle some business. Because it shows that the relationship that she developed with them, and you see that like her upsetness in this scene, it felt very organic and like real, authentic. So it's always weird to me when I see movies where somebody loses somebody and then 5 minutes later that person is making jokes and happy again. Like, ain't shit funny. Cry for me. Like, give me an hour of tears.
No, I'm gonna talk about you if you're at the funeral crying. Yeah, stop me. Don't be doing all that. Don't be crying too much. You're doing too much, sad ass nigga. Get up. Pick yourself up.
Don't fall over the casket. Don't do that.
No, don't be doing none of that. What you sniffling for, nigga?
I want them to cry out loud for me. And I want them to be dropping some jokes.
Not this nigga yelling over here. Bro, if you don't get your ass. Get your yelling ass, sad ass nigga.
Yeah. He loved everybody. I'm gonna miss him. Y'all niggas wasn't even friends.
But Carol finally comes back to Earth. Are y'all happy now? Shit.
Ain't nobody there.
Like say, but I hope you clip that. He sounded like Stephen A. Smith. Like I almost had a flashback.
Ain't nobody there though. There's nobody at Earth. So you mean to tell me you decided to come back for Kamala, somebody you just met, but you changed my diaper,
but didn't come back. Okay, didn't come back for people.
Look.
Giving raggedy.
She brought the rest of the scrolls that she had, and she took them to New Asgard. So now she home with the scrolls and the people. So now she's a defender of Earth.
Jason, Scrolls been there for 20 years.
They've been there. Now them rebel scrolls. Them the rebel scrolls. You're talking about the good scrolls. It ain't good people on both sides, Jay.
Wow.
It's not good people on both sides. She don't know what it meant. They hidden amongst the people. But they go to the airplane, and she tries to act as if she's gonna fly, and she was like, nah, we ain't gonna do it. We gotta bring the people. We gotta wait till she come back because she got the keys.
This was a callback because she had that same type of scene with small Monica. Mm-hmm. She was like, you get in the pilot side. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was a good callback.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
And we get I call it an end credit scene. Kamala, almost a callback to Iron Man 1. When Tony makes it home and Sam is in his house, and Kamala kind of pulls up on Hawkeye. What you see? I can't think of it. I think his name's Lucky. Lucky. The dog name is Lucky.
Oh, you said.
I think a dog name Lucky. That's her name. That's her. She's going by Hawkeye. They're gonna both go by it, but.
So yes. Kate.
Why she gotta be a hoe?
Oh, I mean, she might not be, but. At least I say bitch. Like.
Did you watch the Hawkeye TV show, Tiffany?
Mm-hmm. Why does he have a series? Why? He should be dead. The widow shouldn't have not died. Like, by God, I don't understand his purpose. Why? Why is he here? Why are you not dead? Why did they sacrifice that woman for your raggedy ass with the bad haircut?
Why is he all these different things? What did he do to you?
He's annoying. Like, he has no purpose. Ooh, I'm good with arrows. Okay.
You literally just said.
I'm so sad that my family's dead, so I'm gonna act like Batman and go kill the bad guys. That's why you like him. I don't think a budget Batman.
I don't think anything in that, but it was like, I mean, Nat literally chose to kill herself because she had nobody, and he literally had 3 kids and a wife to go back home to that he was pissed off that they was missing. So like. It's a completely different story.
So are you trying to say the woman that is child-free and that's been maintaining a business, a career, and other people has less value than a man? His kids were here. If he was a man, he would have died. He would have died with dignity. He would have died. The fact that you let a woman eat to death, nah, bro. You weak. You're whack. It's all right. Somebody got to be there, right?
That took a very strong turn.
It was, but I mean, it was him, so that's why he's still here, annoying. And that's why he got. What makes him? What has he done that was annoying? He ain't dead.
He's not captivating. Like, it's not enjoyable to watch it. The acting feels forced. It's like a bad Flash.
Jeremy Renner? So now Jeremy Renner can't act?
Again, Hawkeye. Why is he here? Why?
That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I think Jeremy Renner is a pretty decent actor. Now, in Mission Impossible 4, I didn't like him in that, but outside of that, I think he's pretty fair. The Town, the Tag? I feel like he was pretty good in that as well. I don't know.
He has a series on I don't know what it's on, but it's the
Oh,
mayor
you know,
of
Kingstown.
yeah. We ain't gotta
Yeah,
get into that.
yeah, I
But
know, I know, I know.
but
But
this post credit, I was like, oh shit, but it wasn't a loud oh shit. But I was excited to see it, and I thought it was dope because I was like, okay, so Kamala about to be collecting people.
who you think gonna be on this Young Avengers team?
You have to get America on there as well. But she's with
What about Riri?
Yeah,
Riri's getting her own show. Riri definitely got to be in there for
Yeah.
sure. So I mean, it's a bunch of kids out there that can join.
maybe they'll bring back one of the fake ass kids. Cause she ain't no mama no way. So going to the better scene.
The fact that your audio is breaking out just makes it so much better.
That's trash.
I mean, he
Hold on, let me say it
really
again.
thought
Let's try
he
this.
was eating.
Let me try it again. Dum 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 dum.
You should whistle like their music.
I
Jason don't know how to whistle. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't even know the song really.
Yep.
I'm not a big X-Men fan. So I know what they are. I know the core. You saw it going outside the core. And when I say core, I know Scott, I know Wolverine, and I know Jean Grey. That's it. That's the core
So
for
you
me.
don't know Jean Grey, you don't know Rogue, you don't know
I said
Beast, you
Jean
don't know
Grey.
Gambit. Or not Jean Grey, Rogue. I meant
Rogue?
Jubilee.
Storm.
No,
Storm.
I don't. I know Storm. I know Storm. That's four. Charles. I know Charles.
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver is
Cat.
not
Yeah.
a Quicksilver. That's not X-Men.
Uh,
Well, yes, he is.
yes, he is.
Yes. I mean, Wanda is too technically, but that crazy bitch. Hopefully, she's locked up.
But
But
we got
Jazz,
Beast.
I was gonna
Listen,
say, you got Kelsey Grammer, girlfriends, creator, back.
I'm not gonna lie. So
Jazz is an X-Men fan.
Jazz is an X-Men fan. When I knew Monica wasn't dead because I'm just like, what the fuck you not gonna do is kill off our black sister with this amazing twist out. You ain't gonna do that. When she woke up,
Right.
I was like, okay, where we at? I was not expecting X-Men at all whatsoever. I was expecting her in a different universe where her mom was somebody else.
Mm.
Ooh, she still is somebody else. But then
Mhm.
when I saw Beast, I immediately screamed out, oh shit, in the movie theater. And my movie theater, just like Jason's, it didn't have that many people in it. So I just know the people behind me were laughing.
Oh,
But I
that's
loved it.
exciting.
Yeah, I
That's
was so
exciting.
excited to see Beast. But who was her mom? Like which well, Jason don't nobody. So I'm assuming neither one of y'all know who her mom was in this.
And I tried to. I didn't research on the internet, but what I did, I went to IMDb because I always do that to look up who her character was. And she's not even in the call list. So like they're trying to hide who she is right now.
Yeah.
And I don't I don't look up the reviews before we review it, so I haven't even looked that up just yet. But yeah, we shall see.
It was good to see Lashana Lynch cameo
They
in
keep
this.
she done died twice. That's the only bad thing when it comes to these multiverse type stories. She done already died twice, and I done brought it back.
Yeah, and different people.
Yeah, but I know, but it hits for Monica because Monica in that scene, she was like for to break down, like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like you back, like.
Mm-hmm.
So that was dope, and she was like, "Bitch, who are you?" Like I'm in the like that was. I was like, "Bitch, I'm in a hospital bed. Why are you talking to me like this? Like, like what's going on?"
You know what's crazy? Like when you pull up Lashana Lynch's like movies and TV shows, the Marvels isn't even on there.
I literally just said
Oh wow.
Well, I'm saying I'm looking it up right now. You said
Oh,
IMDb.
you did say you went to
Fuck you,
IMDb.
Jason.
I mean, yeah.
I'm at a different outlet. Sometimes somebody has more information than others.
Nah, they hide that from
They
them.
hiding
that. But this is the third series that has mentioned X-Men in the MCU, so we know for a fact this is coming sooner rather than later. But this is also the final movie in the MCU for quite some time. So before we get into that, the dying question that we love to ask. Was it
Was it
good
good
though?
though?
Tiffany,
It
gonna
was
start with
excellent.
you.
Excellent. Excellent. It was fun to watch. I will definitely rewatch many, many times. I'm gonna fast forward to where they started singing, and I'm gonna know all the songs because that to me was just it was perfection. And then they had like the list of the music that they played. Like I said, they played Intergalactic, Duet, which is classical. Then you had Memories by Barbara Streisand. And I'm like, if you can make Barbara Streisand fit in a damn Marvel movie, you are doing something real special. And they hit us with Memories, which is just a classic. So I I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I can appreciate now y'all both suggesting that I watch the shows that accompanied the movie. It made me appreciate the movie a lot more. I understood, and they didn't need to have a lot of filler because you were already familiar with the characters.
Right.
So I think it was executed very well. Super excited. I hope it does well enough to warrant like a sequel or something.
Jazz.
I'd like to see them with, grown up, the girl. It's you good. I interrupted you. I apologize.
You talking about what girl?
Kamala.
Kamala? Oh,
Yeah.
she coming back regardless of what this do. She's coming back.
Yeah. For me, was it good though? Absolutely. I enjoyed this film. Only issues that I had with it was I wish we would have gotten a secret invasion reference to something from the show. And
You're
I
not
feel
gonna let it
like
go.
I'm not. And I feel like the pace of it was very fast. The pace of the
Mm,
movie, in my opinion, was very fast. And I wish we could have gotten an extra 25 minutes to make a lot of
mm,
those fast cut scenes slower. But I
right.
think that may have been due to the first movie being dry. So they was like, we need to make sure we have a very fast pace for this to keep people's attention because you got your fight
Mm-hmm.
scenes, you got your
Mm-hmm.
like entertainment scenes. Nothing was really slow in this movie because they probably knew
Yeah.
what viewers were expecting, and it was like, we're not
Yeah.
giving you nothing slow. I hate that it was a short film, but I just, in
It
my
was short.
opinion, yeah. But in my opinion, I just feel like the pace of it was moving like really fast. So that's the only thing. But it didn't take away from the film for me at all. So
Got you. Got you. Yes, love the film. I definitely gave it a 9 out of 10.
Mm,
While I do think that the villain was, well, I do feel like the villain was kind of weak. I did enjoy the character, but I do feel like that was a weak point for me. Of course, it being shorter, but I understood why it was short. They didn't have any filler, which I am perfectly fine with
mm-hmm.
when it comes to something like this. Because when you start doing too much, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that could have went in there, but then when you start looking at what that other stuff could have been outside of something that was dealing with Nick Fury and Net, I feel like he's not the focus. We need to focus on these three women in the story,
Mm-hmm.
not what the fuck Nick Fury had going on, or any any of that. And like I said, we had the parents a bit too much for my liking.
Really?
I feel like the parents was a bit too much in this. Like, I get it, but they tried to make sure you got it. Like, they was feeding you these parents, like the mama. But it's just like that in the in the TV show as well. Like, the parents, it's like a lot, but I do feel like that goes into like, I feel like
The
tradition
culture.
and the
Yeah,
culture
the
type of
culture.
thing. I do. So yeah,
Yeah.
you have that, like, no, never. I don't know if you ever watched Never Have I Ever, about a Indian American girl, and like her family or her mom is very similar to how this is as well.
Mm.
So, but yeah,
let me
yeah,
ask
yeah,
you
yeah.
this, just because you mentioned like Nick Fury, what he got going on. Do you think if we would have gotten maybe a conversation between Carol and Nick that Talos is dead? Because her and Talos built a connection in the first film along with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So Carol knew them. And
Mm-hmm.
Talos was actually one of the reasons as to why she started trusting scrolls. So you have like a bond and connection there that could have possibly been touched on.
Mm-hmm.
Not long, not much, but it would have been good to see that. That could have been like 2 minutes. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, and it would have tied back to Secret Invasion. I'm looking at this and I'm just like, it's as if what happened in Secret Invasion, none of that was serious watching this movie. Now, I don't know when the projects were made, because of course we've been getting a lot of pushback and stuff on dates, to where it may have been don't really talk too much about this series because we don't know if you're going to drop before or after the series. Because I believe Captain Marvel was supposed to be a summer drop a year ago. It was supposed to drop over the summer. So, but then pushing it back to where it's like, okay, well, we can have it drop after Secret Invasion. Actually, no, you couldn't have had it because you still had that reference of the treaty between them. So I feel like that was kind of a miss, but it didn't take away from it. But I mean, I don't know.
I'm not mad at that. I don't think she would have been too affected by that personally, but I get it. Because she only met the nigga for like 2 minutes and then she went away.
I mean, but like
he was with Fury. Yeah. They had this bromance that you think that she had with him. No, he had it.
I watched the Marvels before this review. They were locking eyes of friendship. So go back and watch Captain Marvel. You're gonna see a locking eye friendship between Carol and Talos. Is all I'm saying.
Anywho, man, where are you going next? Are you going with Link of Thrones? Or are you going with Agree to Disagree?
Let's do our Link of Thrones first, because I feel like our Agree to Disagree is gonna cause some ruckus. So, Tiff, do you have your Link?
The questions I got coming after that wheel though.
Oh, choose a violence.
It is our beautiful natural sister that she was in was she in Chirac, which is unfortunate. She was a part of that, the one song with Nick Cannon. She had a small piece in it, and I don't know, like I really liked her. The other people like Brie, I can't place her. Like when you were listing all of the stuff, I was like, yeah, she just looks like a average white lady, so she's not memorable. And then the baby, I mean, she's so young. I think she was the person that I related to the most, but that's because of the show. I think that I like how it made sense. You know, sometimes they're a series and the character, kind of like WandaVision, she was still kind of charming and, you know, quirky. And then to see her just be dry, like not one joke, we just killing everybody. It was a bit weird. You know, I love Wanda, but they didn't showcase a different side of her. She was just mad the whole time. And I feel like all of the characters got to emote different emotions for different reasons.
Who are you talking about? Wanda, you talking about Wanda or Brie right now?
Wanda. I mean, Brie is. I mean, like one girl that y'all talk about from Scream all the time, or the young little girl that she was Tuesday. Like I see Wednesday. It for her. Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Jenna
that
Ortega.
Baby, yes, she can act. She leaves an impact, and I don't think any of them left that. It was good. It was good. They were good.
I think I disagree there. I think it's a little bit different. Based on I think the role makes a difference in there. Because I mean, have you seen Jenna Ortega in a comedy to be able to say that? Like what impact she leaves in that? Because she does a lot of dramas and things like that, which I do think Brie fits. I do think Tiana Paris is a rising star. If you watch They Clone Tyrone, you can see it in there.
That's where she came from.
Yeah, that's where she came from. Jazz, who you got?
Wait, so was Tiff's Link of Thrones Tiana?
It was.
Yeah, child, and went all the way around. Couldn't find it.
So what movie?
But thank you, Jason.
Chirac.
I thought she was in Chirac.
You think or you know? What we doing? Because what you doing? You think or you know? That was a real question.
I choose not to answer.
Jazz need this for her notes.
She can do it post. She can do it post.
Do it in post.
She can cut it up.
Okay, she's actually in the. I didn't know that. She's in the cover of that movie.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Okay, there we go. I didn't watch this shit though.
I heard it wasn't good.
It wasn't. Nick Cannon does not. I mean, what movie have we seen outside of the little drum? What Nick
Love
Cannon
don't
movie?
cost a
Like,
thing.
That movie trash. Yeah, that movie's trash. I am going to do. All right, Jason. I'm going to
why?
do Brie Larson, Oscar winner,
Jazz
and
says I'm
I'm
fucking
going.
disrespecting her.
Listen, right? That's what Jazz is doing. Brie Larson, Oscar winner she was in the movie Room, which is where she won her Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of it, so I'll give it a look.
But that movie's tough. That just read about it. It's
Really?
That movie, it's really tough. I don't even think the trailer does it justice. I would just say let's read it on the wiki. But if you just,
I gotta watch it now. Gotta watch it now. Come on now. I went from not watching scary movies at all to like Jason. We still there. Scream. I got all those in. I have faith that I can do it.
You watched? Have you watched Hereditary?
Yeah, I watched it. It was weird.
What about what's the Conjuring? The Conjuring.
I've seen not the Conjuring, but Midsummer was whack. Like
you should watch Insidious tonight. Check that out.
Okay.
I'm going with Abraham Papula. He was in. I just had it. Jingle Jangle. Since we're going into the holiday season,
that's a good one.
Am I going to find out what time of season Doctor Strange was?
I guess we can find out since we're here. Thanks, Tiff, for the reminder for that. Let me drink some water for this violence that's about to happen.
So, get away! I got to. I saw about a year ago. It's been well.
These variants
over a year ago.
Stop being called a god.
Why do I keep doing it? Like, you heard that? You heard it?
Yes,
you heard it. My bad. That was
they did too.
My bad, people. We had an episode. It was called The Delusionals. It dropped July 5th of 2022. In this conversation, insert clip here.
Do y'all feel like this movie was set a week after No Way Home?
That's between y'all, so I'm gonna let Jason.
No, Chris, I'm asking both of you, gentlemen.
I don't believe it was set a week after. No.
Oh, okay. What about 3 weeks after No Way Home?
Yes.
You, Jason, there is no way you believe that.
Yes. Right here. You see Doctor Strange right here?
Yeah.
You see these two trees in front of him. What's these little red things down here, bro?
My nigga! Jason! Ain't no fucking way. Them little damn trees was your proof that shit was around Christmas.
I still feel like your
feelings don't matter, my nigga. We gotta go off evidence.
There's no evidence. You don't have evidence that it ain't Christmas.
But hold on, Jason.
You just have evidence on no Christmas theme.
Jason, that's it. That's all we got. Jason, you said
I felt there was Christmas decorations. Yes.
Your feelings don't matter. Take your feelings out of it, Jason. You made it seem like you saw Christmas decorations in this fucking movie.
I did. I thought those were Christmas decorations. And
made the assumption. Say that.
I said I thought they were Christmas decorations, and I see that they're not.
So you was wrong?
Change. No. No. I still feel like we are in Christmas time around here.
That was your only evidence, bro.
Man, fuck that. My evidence, no.
You just showed us, or excuse me, you guided Chris to what the fuck you felt was Christmas trees. And me and Chris both saw that, and you saw it too, and that wasn't no Christmas tree. So, Jason, with the evidence that you pointed out, were you wrong? This is a yes or no question. Were you wrong?
This is crazy. I'm so glad this is recording.
Chris, let me ask you this. Do you feel like Jason was wrong?
I need more evidence.
I do feel like Jason
Fuck
was
what Chris think.
No.
Chris think he walk.
No.
Fuck that. We need more
No.
evidence.
Chris, do you feel like Jason was wrong?
Yes.
We need more evidence.
No, I need you to say that shit out. I need
I feel
Say
like
what? No, you
Jason.
said a drink. You didn't say I had to say I was wrong. Fuck that. You want the drink or you want me to be wrong? Which one is it?
Hey,
You don't get
Jason,
both.
Jason, I'm not even gonna hold you. If you can go ahead and just say it out loud that you was wrong, my nigga, fuck that drink.
What's your cash out? As you can see, I lost. However, today is a new day, people.
Did he go? Did he?
It is a new day, people.
That's why he had on that jacket. Just
It is a new day. So, Jazz.
I hope can't nobody see that book. I swear.
I'm not gonna put the book on the screen.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put the book on the screen. It's not gonna be on here at all. The book will not be on the screen at no point. So we have this Marvel Studios canonical. This is the book that tells you the MCU story at birth to where it is today.
Look at you reading a book. Come on, black man.
I didn't read this here. I looked at the pictures. So, so the age-old debate was, I told
you zigzag when you run. Do you run towards the gun? Is it winter? Is it fall?
No, hush.
Is a heel a heel?
You hush. Because how are you stepping on the point I'm trying to make? Like, what is you doing? What is you doing? So within here, I told Jazz from the beginning, I felt Dr. Strange barely got sleep. I think Dr. Strange laid the fuck down and woke up and was like, damn, why am I doing this again? And it was confirmed. It wasn't even wintertime yet. It wasn't even wintertime in Doctor Strange yet. It was confirmed that Doctor Strange was in the fall. Jazz, what season was Spider-Man in?
Spider-Man was in the fall.
What year? What year was that, Jazz?
It was 2 weeks. It happened 2 weeks before.
It was in 2024. Yeah. Okay.
The event didn't happen 2 weeks before because Doctor Strange made a reference to it to dude.
I mean, he did, but Jazz neglected the season because I seen things that the season, which it makes sense from fall to winter.
I said fall. I mean, they were wearing coats, lightweight coats in New York.
All right, is y'all done? Okay, so I will say this because we had this argument and it lasted a very, very long time. Now,
18 months, baby.
An argument is not going to last that long unless there is proof as to both sides. Now, at the time of our delusional episode, I provided a very plausible argument as to why I said this happened months later.
Mm-hmm. Wait. But what show is it that y'all were like judges?
Same one.
You feel like you did a good job on that one?
No, that wasn't. No, the one where you talking about where we were like in a courtroom? No, that was Wanda being a villain.
That was that was basically the conception of agree to disagree.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes. So
have we ever answered that question yet? Has Jason decided to join?
I wasn't
right side.
I wasn't arguing the case with Jason, but no, we didn't go back to that.
A villain.
I was a judge. But Wanda need to be put down still to this day.
I think she's dead, but I feel like it says it in the book.
She's not dead. She's not dead.
But back to this at hand. Jason, you were right about when you said when multiverse of madness happened. You were right.
Hey,
Jazz was wrong. I don't mind saying that because I take accountability for my actions. And when you said it was in that book, I I was
Hey,
just like, okay, my nigga, can I get
That's
my
why
let me
no,
get my
that's
spill
why you
off?
the MVP. But that's why you the MVP because you woman enough to come back and say, you know what? All right, my
Listen,
bad.
I'm I'm
Look, I
I'm
like
not.
how you womening. You're womening in a very different way, and I
Thank you.
appreciate you,
I'm
sis.
not
I see
going
you,
to. I'm
sis.
not going to
I
argue the
paid.
facts.
Did I not get your drinks?
So maybe. All right. So what does that mean? I mean, I owe you some drinks.
You
Is
don't owe
that
me
like?
nothing. You don't owe me nothing. I'm just saying because I lost, I did what I was supposed to. I conceded. I
You
just
did
wouldn't
do the
say it.
cash app.
I just wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't. I in my heart of hearts, I wasn't wrong.
All right.
And in the facts, I wasn't wrong.
Okay. Okay. But now we know it was a couple of days, a couple of weeks after Spider-Man. It
2
wasn't.
weeks.
It wasn't around the spring. It wasn't nothing like that. So Jason,
Not a
you were
whole
right.
year. Not a whole year.
I
Away,
never
no.
said no year. Don't exaggerate it now a little bit. Like
Run the clip back. Run the clip back.
I didn't say a year. I didn't say a year. I said like around like March.
Gotcha.
But it wasn't
gotcha.
fall. It was. I mean, it wasn't spring. It was fall. So
It was. It was.
So
I
now
said it was a fall wedding, like we saw the wedding.
yeah.
I
Right.
mean,
So
I don't take credit for that. He only ate off of it. I mean, I spoon fed him the answer, but okay. You want to get the glory? Wow.
Tiff says she want her credit, Jason.
I don't need to have it. I know. I feel that this episode alone was justification that I'm day one, A1, baby. It ain't going nowhere.
All right, Jazz. You agree to disagree?
The agree to disagree is: do you feel like Darbin was a villain? Yeah. Tiff said she wasn't. Jason says she was.
She was. Yeah.
Jason, could you please?
What you think?
Me?
We could, yeah.
I mean, I feel like not that much. Her villain percentage is not that high. It's a lot less than Wanda's.
Yeah.
Because she was doing it for her people.
Yeah.
And because she was, her reasoning as to why she was doing it was a lot more
compelling
than Wanda's. Yes.
Yeah. But I think that a lot of people, if you don't look at it, the delusion that Wanda was having was because she killed the love of her life. Like, sis wasn't just clowning because she wanted to clown. She was grieving, and grief looks different for a bunch of different people. She made a reality that she could live in.
Her grief
you have to respect it.
Her grief was unacceptable.
Just like Batman.
Batman ain't did nothing. He ain't did nothing like one. He ain't killed nobody.
Ain't did nothing.
One that killed the whole bunch of her homeboy friends to get some fake ass kids back.
You made me kill my dude.
No. You can let that go because your man got brought back to life and killed again. Let that go. Let that hurt go. Look, and the man don't even know you.
Jason, realistically, like, she came across a vibrator that she fell in love with and she had to destroy it. So she was like, look, I'm not going to find nothing like that again.
Well, since Wanda can bring any
Did
world,
you call him a vibrator?
That's what he is.
So if Wanda can create her own reality, Wanda really need to go to the boys' universe and go find some of them vibrators. They got a whole bunch over there.
They got a lot going on. Like old dude climbing up old dude's thing. The boys was wild.
It is. He
climbed on it and he jumped in the dick.
He did.
Go ahead, do it, Jason.
No.
Why not?
Damn, he been practicing.
Tim went all the way in there. Jason, you got to now.
She swear, no. However, I will say, no, Darbin is definitely a villain. Because you can take resources. That's one thing. She was killing whole planets. Like, it wasn't like she was just going over there and just let me go take some water about it. No, she was killing whole planets to make sure her people was cool. When all she had to do was be like, hey, like, Annihilator, like, you fucked up. Can you help us? Like, nah, I'm finna go steal these resources.
You effed up. Can you help us? Meaning you didn't keep your original promise. Why would I trust you?
I'm going to. She never had a promise with the Kree. There was never agreement with the Kree. She had an agreement with the Skrulls, And guess what happened with the Scrolls? They lost their fucking planet again because of who? The Kree. She's a villain. Is Namor a villain?
He's definitely a villain. He killed the queen.
Is he?
Namor is a villain. Yes. He didn't start off as a villain, but he ended as a villain. Yeah.
No.
Nah,
Because at this
Tiff,
point, why would you have the queen and we're under siege and attack? Like, I'm gonna tell you, I haven't been right since Black Panther 2. Like, that was some weak sauce. How the hell did he sneak in twice? Didn't y'all just get invaded before? Like, we didn't beef up the security. We just gonna let the queen be by herself with this little American girl. That's what we doing.
So they lost half of their men in Endgame.
I don't give a damn. She's
You
the
got
queen.
to though, because
Queen.
they lost half of
Literally
their
have
people.
to.
Like
They
they
got
didn't have
killed.
no soldiers.
They didn't get
blipped. They got killed.
Yeah, they got killed. Like Endgame, they lost a lot of people. So, and Namor had his army with him. And he's powerful. He's a mutant. So he was pissed off because he lost
That's four projects.
4
They mentioned
projects.
mutants.
Right. So like Namor, and he was, I mean, Namor like literally like fucked them up. You drowning people in their own town, in their own.
How are you drowning in your water city?
Wait, what?
Fuck. If you look up where they were on the coast. They called them the water people. How are we drowning and we are about water? How is this like, I'm sorry. All the technology, all of the advancements that we saw in the first Black Panther was undone in the second Black Panther, because part of the allure was that they were protected and no one could get in. And part of her being at the UN is because she refused to share her resources. So how did this man come in not once but twice?
That was resources.
And that's the part that people is like they're missing. They're skipping over the whole thing. Namor the same exact
it had
resources.
Been reversed. You walked up on the queen and the princess first time out of nowhere.
He literally
like he like levitated up like a dolphin, like no, and we just left a whole machine. We didn't see that. We didn't hear that, and now I'm just gonna leave. Like, no, come on.
But if you put me against a person that can do what I do, but more, what can you do? What can you say, or what can you do in this situation?
You better get into the 48 laws of power. You better start looking at the art of war.
That's American.
You better send a Trojan horse.
To where? To the ocean? What you gonna send her? They sent the little.
Did old girl not find them in the ocean? Lupita's character, she found them. I got one person snuck in, took 2 people out, and did nobody know, and she killed somebody.
Ma'am, look here.
Yes, sir.
Look here.
I'm looking. Look in the camera.
Namor did what he had to do to show why he was a formidable opponent and why they gonna start fucking with him. Like, he told you what not to do.
But first, I'm gonna bring your princess and show her how beautiful my world is and make you feel empathetic. And that their scenes, their people were far more compelling, far more visually stunning than anything in Wakanda. Like, they need to do. I want to do over. I understand that they were grieving.
The first movie was about what Wakanda was and what it looked like. The second movie wasn't about that anymore. It was about how they're moving on beyond tragedy. And it was about introducing a new world, which was Namor people. It wasn't like it was about Wakanda, and
then
Wakanda
don't
didn't
call
look
it
bad.
Wakanda and Namor. It should
no
hyphenate it.
Because Wakanda forever, they stood at the end.
Did they?
Yeah, they got his ass. They got his ass in line. She should have killed him.
Or did he go back and tell his wife, "Say, I know what I'm doing. I'm playing chess right now. We're gonna be cool with them for a minute."
He lost the fight, so it don't matter what he went back home and told them. Of course, you always gonna lose and try to start another one. It's fine. He still lost at the end of the day, and Wakanda is fine. It's perfectly fine. The queen is not there no more, but it's fine. They got a new king. They got a queen. or a princess that's running the Black Panther. You got a king doing a man doing the king thing since the queen is no longer in power, but it's okay. All is well over in Wakanda. You'll be okay. They ain't gonna kill no more Black women. You'll be all right.
Well, all right. Jason, what were your questions?
Wait, what was Darwin was a villain or not?
She's not a villain.
I would say she's not a villain. She's not as much of a villain as...
Not as much is not the question. Is she a villain? We're not comparing her to nobody else.
I'm going to say nah.
Man, please. If she went to your neighborhood
MVP.
if she went to your house and she took your shit, I bet she'd be a villain.
MVP.
Put a bullet in
Man,
her
I'm telling
head.
you. Come on, classy like Jazzy.
She gonna blow that. She gonna blow that motherfucker.
Then I'm out of here then. Shit. Like, bye. Like, I ain't got to... You think I'm just going to watch you take my shit? I'm going to try to fight you as hard as I can.
So, like I said, we won't get another Marvel project until July of next year. It is
wow.
It's a rumor that the TVA will be a part of that story. That's the rumor. So my question was, better sacrificial play. Better sacrificial play. I don't know how far Tiffany got in this. But yeah, Jazz, we talking about it. We talking about Loki. And we talking about Tony.
I don't even know why you even brought this here.
Why do you mean why I brought it here? It's a
Tony
horrible
Stark?
conversation.
So,
Is
Tiff,
he
did you
talking about
finish
Tony
Loki?
Stark? I don't have to if he talking about Tony Stark.
Tiff, did you finish Loki?
You can't
I
even
have 2 more to go.
Shit.
You should finish it before you had this conversation.
Didn't you say what was the movie that you recommended? Insidious. Yeah, I already have plans for the evening. I'm gotta go and watch Loki. I'm good.
You should. I think you should finish it.
Well,
Okay.
I don't think Tiff cares if we spoil it.
Don't spoil it. Go for it.
Wait.
Ma'am, say I don't care. Please spoil it.
Okay,
please.
got you. So between Loki and Tony, yes, Tony sacrificed more. Tony lost more.
How did he?
Like, how did
What?
he?
He was married.
I think
he lost
he
a
had
whole
family and a
family.
daughter.
I think Loki lost way more than Tony did.
What did Loki
he lost
lose?
a brother.
He lost his mom.
A brother.
No,
He lost his brother. He lost his
His
mom.
brother, his
Nope.
mom
His
had been
brother?
dead. His
Jason,
mom had been dead.
all
What
of
you
those
mean?
people
You
were
mean-
already
you mean-
dead.
But did he lose them or did he not? Was that not a part of his story arc or not? Because if previously we said previously.
You know what? I'm not even gonna try to make sense of this because we're gonna go back to the. This is how. Hey, Jason, this
Go
is
back
why
to
you
what?
like Batman. This is why you
Jason,
like
Go back to
Batman.
what?
Batman been avenging his parents for years.
What does that have to do? What does that have to do with Loki?
We're not even on Batman. We're not even on Batman. We on Loki and Tony. Jason, are you talking about? You're sitting here with Loki just sacrificed versus what Tony sacrificed in Endgame? Is that what this question
his
is?
business. He all of his friends.
This man gave up his. This man has to give up his entire life.
But Jason, those things were gone already.
It's what you mean?
He didn't sacrifice anything; it was already gone.
He was living. He literally could have kept living.
Hypothetically, he was going to die anyway.
How? No, he wasn't.
Loki?
Why would it
only
live?
way he would have died if he would have went back to the original timeline.
But you think about it this way. The original timeline, Loki died. Thanos killed him. So then they went back in Endgame, messed up some shit, which took Loki off of his normal timeline.
Which
but the thing
Loki
is
to live.
I mean, but all of the stuff that you sitting here saying that he sacrificed, it was already gone. How are you even including that into stuff that he sacrificed?
How? Because it's a part of his story. All of that is the reason why.
But
all of these are the reason that all of this is motivation for Loki to get to where he is today.
So you mean to tell me Loki thought about his brother, his daddy, and his mama when he made a decision and wasn't Sylvie Mobius?
Go back to episode 1. All of these things make a difference in him. Him going back to Sif beating his ass, telling him he gonna die alone. Like all of these things, and unfortunately, he had to. That's the thing he had to do.
I understand.
In order to fix it,
I understand all of that stuff needed to happen for him to make that decision. But to sit up here and be like, who sacrificed more?
Right.
Loki didn't sacrifice more than Tony. Tony had
He
his
had
whole
a
family. He
family.
Tony literally could have just said, y'all figure out time travel, because what I got over here is my main focus. But Tony was like, nah, let me help them out a little. And it was only one way for them to all survive, with Tony to sacrifice everything. Because if Doctor Strange would have told Tony what had to happen, Tony would not have snapped his fingers.
Is that not the same? Is that not the same shit that Loki had to do?
Loki's stuff was already gone.
No, you talking about
he had to literally
he had to
really sacrifice everything though.
So let me ask you a question. Loki is a bachelor, correct? From what we see,
he
bachelor, no kids.
He loved himself.
Him and truthfully, him and Tony probably the best parallel people in the Marvel universe.
Can I ask the question? So he is a bachelor, correct?
Just like Tony was. Just like Tony was. Yes. At some point he was a bachelor. He was.
At some point he was. You're correct. But when he died, he was married to Pepper. He had the baby that was saying, "I love you 3000." He was training Spider-Man. He had a lot of positive things going on. So he sacrificed his life in spite of his family. I think the difference is Loki didn't sacrifice.
It
was just him.
You haven't finished it.
It wasn't for a greater good.
It was for the greater good of the universe. What are you talking about?
Okay.
He literally,
I could be wrong.
because he could have killed the love of his life to live a life. He chose not to.
Oh, you mean like Wanda?
No, it's not like Wanda, because Wanda didn't get the Wanda's situation was erased.
She didn't kill the love of her life.
She did, but what is that? But Loki, but he did. But Loki didn't go.
It's okay.
Loki didn't choose. But Loki didn't go that route.
You're right.
But Loki didn't go there, right? So like, I'm saying, as far as if we just keep it to the story of Loki, if you want to, since you want to take away, he wasn't this person. He was just a variant of the person that had already lost all these things. Boom. So Loki knew purpose. He made the friends. He made the family. He found somebody he fell in love with. But that situation was a problem. This woman was so hell bent, like Wanda, that she fucked the universe up. This woman fucked the universe up, where because she fucked the universe up so bad that this man set a plan that no matter what Loki did, the only way to fix it was to kill the woman that you love, or you take my position as the person in this seat, where I can then go and be free to do whatever the fuck I want to do. So instead of that, Loki then he asked the love of his life, what should he do? And she told him, we can fight this together. It doesn't matter what they throw at us, we can just go out there and go fight. And he was like, no, that's not what I don't think I should do. And he went to the wisest person that he knew at that time, and it was Mobius. And Mobius told him, in order to have an actual true glorious purpose, the burden is going to be way bigger than the glory. And the whole thing for Loki's arc, since we met Loki in the Thor movie, was my glorious purpose is to sit on the throne. His whole thing was he was going to be the king. He was supposed to sit on the throne. He was supposed to do X, Y, Z, boom. But he got that. But he had to do that alone, which was his biggest fear and the one thing he did not want to do. And he has to wear that crown and that burden in order to keep everybody, the rest of the universe, regardless if Loki lost everything or not, he has to give up everything that he loved in order to make sure everybody he loved can continue to live their lives the way they want to.
Didn't Tony do the same thing?
No, it's not the same, I don't think.
So my retort to that is, so Loki had two choices, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, he did. No, he had three choices. He had three choices.
How many choices did Tony have?
What you mean? How many choices did Tony have?
Did Tony have choices?
Tony, I mean, I personally believe anybody could have took and did that.
But see,
that's my.
But the thing is, you had Doctor Strange. He went through a million scenarios, and only one would be able to defeat Thanos. Only
So
one.
The issue with that, my issue with that, Jazz.
Your issue can be
Jazz,
there.
how many? No, Jazz. So how many scenarios did Kane go through in order to figure out? He
said, "Go through this 1,000 more times."
But
Doctor Strange,
he made that man take. If a black man don't do anything, that motherfucker gonna waste your time. Shout out to Kane. Let's go to the next story. Yeah, yeah, you seen that?
So it's okay when you say it, but when I say it, it's a problem. Okay.
I'm just saying, like that man made Loki go through
Jason,
a million scenarios,
but Loki still had multiple options, and that's what Loki wanted. He wanted to sit on the throne. He gave the throne up, Jazz. That was the whole conversation with him and Sylvie. He said, "I do not want the throne no more." That's not what he wanted. He wanted Sylvie, but he knew he couldn't have her.
He could, but he was gonna have to fight for the rest of his life if he had her.
And love ain't that strong. Look,
love's supposed to fight through all. What you mean? Shit. Love should be fight through all.
All right, whatever. Listen, this is our agree to disagree. Obviously, we're not. Well, we done had a few.
Please, if you don't do nothing, clip that shit.
Look, yeah,
that's a level of bullshit, bro. Come on, really? Boo! Tomato, tomato, tomato. Lame.
Nah, ain't no damn tomato. That was yeah.
Love conquers all. Okay, sure.
What's your second one, Jason?
Are we still going through this? Okay, cool.
Hey.
Best redemption story. Since now so we gonna keep I'm running through all these with them two right there. Tony and Loki, better redemption story. Because I feel like that. I think they're the same person, the same token.
I don't think they're the same person, but I will say best redemption is going.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they be the same person? They were selfish, self-absorbed. They did things that
you can throw Doctor Strange in there too.
Wait now, hold on.
Who cares about Doctor Strange? Come on.
But to say who cares about that character, but look at the character.
You put Doctor Strange now. Are you picking Doctor Strange in that?
Just because I'm not picking him doesn't mean he doesn't belong in there.
I need you to think about it. You're not gonna think with Doctor Strange. You would think about it with Loki. I promise you're gonna think about it with Loki.
I would think about it with all the characters that we were introduced to, how they were selfish in the beginning, and something had to happen to them to get them on their right path.
On the hero's journey.
Yes, and that was Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was selfish.
Doctor Strange is the only character that literally worked for his powers. There was not a freak of nature accident. Didn't nothing bite him. He ain't no damn alien. He is a man that went and got trained under a woman, the Supreme, and she led him into something bigger, better than he ever could imagine. So nah, we don't do that.
That sounds like Batman without magic, huh? Damn, you got your ass, didn't it? Yeah, I know.
You didn't.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't.
I know.
Batman, what power does Batman have?
He don't have it. That's my point. You said your argument was the person went and earned their right to do whatever that they doing. He did that without the power. He learned.
Bruce already, wait. I'm gonna tell you, you right now you're giving me Trump. You sound like the man that said, I only had a small loan of $4 million. Bruce inherited money.
He didn't.
You gained because your parents died. The fact that you can walk around and get in the fancy cars and jump out and do the most is because your parents died and left you with a bunch of money, bro.
How many people how many people with Bruce money doing that? How many of the people that jumped out in front of you to help?
I hope none. Who did he jump in front of to save outside of if it was a love interest? And that's selfish. You gonna keep your cat straight, right? Outside of that,
that's some bullshit. Because in that last movie, he jumped in there to go save a politician and damn near died. Every movie he done damn near died for motherfuckers. He barely know that he probably hate. He gonna turn them into the cops. He turned everybody over to the cops. That's just what he do.
Like white man with power.
So
Colonizer.
greatest redemption story. Who was you riding with, Jazz? Loki or Tony? Because I know you're not picking no Doctor Strange weak ass. I know you're not.
But I'm saying Doctor Strange could be in there.
I know, but he not though, because Tiff on the stage. Fuck Doctor Strange.
Okay, that's okay. I believe Benjamin is cute. Ben is cute. Now what? Yeah, not speechless. Keep on moving.
I think that's it though. I think
you got it.
Them only two I had. Yeah. But I think that's it though, man.
This was spicy.
This was fun. Thank y'all for having me.
Yes, man. So we don't get Marvel until July of next year. That'll be Deadpool. I do think that's one of the it'll be interesting to see how Marvel does a rated R movie. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, but I think that's gonna be pretty dope. I think that's gonna be pretty dope when they get
Can I ask a question real quick?
Nope.
Why in the first Captain Marvel, when she goes in outer space, like she gets that Mohawk helmet thing, but it didn't happen at all in this one? Like, I don't understand.
So I think they stopped using the whole helmet design.
Okay.
Because Star-Lord didn't use his either in Guardians. And I think it's because they wanted to show the character's face.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
That makes sense. Because I was reading about why they redesigned her costume because they thought it was too close to Superman. So 1953.
The original costume. But actually Star-Lord broke it in Endgame. That's why he didn't use it.
Okay.
Thanks.
What's it called? I'm just James Gunn. I was looking at James Gunn for a minute. He was mad about that because he broke it. He broke it in no, he actually broke it in Guardian of the Galaxy 2. The Russo brothers gave it back to him in Endgame, and he was like, "You bitches! Like it was broke. It wasn't supposed to come back." So they brought it back, and it was like, yeah, that's why at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, they were like, "Why didn't he just put his mask on?" He was like, "He wasn't supposed to have it no more. That's why."
That's why it's best to have the same people, but I get why you can't. I get it.
But yeah, man, this was fun. Episode 75. Tiff, we do appreciate you for coming. You have anything you want to plug, talk about, or any of that?
No. What I will say is if you're watching an amazing show. I call this my stories. I would ask that you do what the guest or the host asks, that you share this with a friend and then share it with a friend so they can get their 500 subs by the end of the year, and then say 1,000 by, I don't know, June, July. But I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of the growth. I love how y'all hit some valleys and kind of rework some things, but it's working for y'all. I appreciate it. It's nice to have Black people in a space that really take film seriously and really have a love for all things film. You have given me the gift of loving scary movies, which I thought I would never, ever be into. But I would like to see y'all just continue to grow, do big things. Could be the next Breakfast Club one day, but don't be like DJ Envy.
Nah, I ain't selling nobody no house. I ain't fucking with that.
But I'm just saying, I would love to see y'all continue to grow and be on a bigger platform. I think it's cool when people can change their passion and purpose into also their profession. And I hope that happens for y'all.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
That was dope. Jazz, did you want it, or did you want me to do it? You close out, or you want it next, and then I close out? How you want it?
I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm gonna say.
I mean, just like if you have any closing remarks for the people, that's pretty much it.
Shout out to everybody that listens and watches. We got some good stuff coming in the future. So yeah, appreciate y'all.
Yes. Done November. We're going into the holidays. Thankful for everybody who listens, follows, shouts us out, communicates with us, whether it be on our live chats that we do now or in the chats.
Those have been so funny. And with Sai, like, I think that's dope that Sai comes and hangs out with y'all after all these, years. That's super dope to me.
Yeah, he used to get mad that the other chats weren't live. It was like, now they live, nigga. Like, come through. Like, so shout out to everybody that didn't know. But yes, we actually have live ones now.
Mm.
So you can come and listen and actually chat with us at the same exact time. And it's almost like the same thing, but engagement with the people. We enjoy that. Like I said, right now we do have a competition.
Oh, you're
The
giving the movie
competition,
tickets away.
we're giving away two movie tickets for a couple or friends, whatever y'all want to do. But competition, you got to be a subscriber. Tell a friend. They just got to shout you out on a YouTube video. We're going to see it no matter what the video is. Just shout you out. Basically telling us how they got there and have them subscribe. And like I said, they can enter as well. So if they want to enter the competition, they just got to subscribe, tell their people. Same exact thing, same process over and over. But I think that's all that I had, man. Episode 75, The Marvels. I'm Jason.
And I am Jazz.
And this
And
was
I'm
the what?
Tiff.
Who asked you?
Was it good though?
Who asked you?
I'm sorry, my bad.
No, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. I'm not that rude. I'm not that rude. Everybody, hey, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop nobody, but it's gonna be interesting to see how many people that jump into that.
What?
When you say it, like it was like, I'm Jason, I'm Jan, and they say them, no, this whatever, this I'm Tiff, like she telling them. So
at least when it happened, we'll be like, thanks, Tiff. You are why people started doing this. But I forgot that I was the one recording, so I was just like, I forgot that I gotta push the stop button. So everybody say goodbye. Bye, y'all. Cheers.
Deuces.
Bye. He's already wrong. Like, we're starting off bad. She's a villain. Come on, bro. Don't be like that.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get to it. Is you ready?
All women are villains. Let's go.
This will be the after credit because it will not be in the beginning.